Good afternoon. It is 3:01. I'm Joseph Bonanno live from the Circus Sports at Kentucky Down Studios. The Titans are back on the practice field today, where left tackle Dan Moore returned after missing Wednesday's practice with an ankle injury. The NFL is back tonight as the season opener features an NFC East rivalry game between the Cowboys and Eagles in Philadelphia. Kickoff for the season openers at 7:20 can be heard right here on the Zone starting at 7. Another NFL news today, Raiders wide receiver Amari Cooper has informed the team that he no longer has the desire to play and intends to retire after signing at the end of training camp. In college football news today, the NCAA Oversight Committee voted today to support a single transfer portal in January. As emergency legislation, it requires approval from the administrative committee by October 1st to take effect this year. The 10-day window is expected to open on January 2nd. For all your foundation repair and waterproofing needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Titans and Balls. This is 104.5 The Zone.
Three John 104.5 The Zone. What up, Nashville? Brent Doherty with you on a beautiful day in the Music City. Hope you're having a great Thursday.
What up, Doe?
We got a lot to get to. There he goes. He's Ron Slay.
I'm in the building. I'm in the building.
Yeah, you are.
Are you?
Oh, that was a cool mix.
Or
No, someone turned the hotkey buttons off and I didn't see it.
or an accident.
Time for the show.
What up, Big Slay?
What's happening? No. Just out here, being a comforter.
Being a
Still?
comforter.
For Alabama?
Absolutely,
Still?
Babson. Yeah, like I'm just here. My mentions were lit up. I love it. Glad to see everybody, still trucking along.
Are people really buying this?
What? That what?
This little thing you got going?
Hey,
No.
I'm here to comfort people.
Listen, y'all. If you see a guy with his arms stretched wide, give him a hug. That's me.
You heard AJ McCarron. They're in a time of need. They don't have any money to spend on five-star athletes.
They've been behind the eight
So all
ball
these
so long.
elephants, that are walking around out here, running around out here with no direction.
Yeah, and it ain't my fault. There's only one without a tusk. That's when when we took that one, but the other one I left intact. So
2 of the last 3 years.
just saying.
Well,
Hey, big Al, if you out there.
Kalen DeBoer had his coach's show yesterday
What'd he say?
with Chris Stewart. Well, we'll play a little bit of it.
Oh, okay. Okay.
He's curious to see how they respond. That is definitely true. Babsy is here.
What up?
What up, War Damn Eagle?
I caught
Let's
him.
go.
I caught him on that one. People are already calling in, so Steph's already processing calls, getting people lined up, ready to go.
Happy Thursday.
How was the zombie descendants last night at Bridgestone Arena?
Y'all, I'm just going to go ahead and say,
What's the zombie dance?
Wait. Slay just did an elephant zombie dance.
No, it's a Cam Ward thing.
that's the Kim Ward celebration.
Okay.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
It's a zombie
See,
thing.
that looked
zombie,
like. Can
zombie
you,
celebration.
can you see what I'm getting at? Like your arm looked like a trunk.
Oh, yeah, but that's Cam Ward.
Sorry. Babs.
Anyway,
She was a zombie last night.
yeah. So for those that don't know, I took my 5-year-old and her 2 6-year-old little friends to the Two Rivers Ford Suite to the Descendants Zombie Worlds Collide Tour. I did not really know what to expect. Like maybe my girls were probably a little young for this. The Preds could only wish that their building was ever that loud
Yeah.
because 9, 10.
Maybe during a Stanley Cup.
Nope, I was there for it. I promise you, it doesn't even
I
compare.
remember.
You know why? Because these high-pitched, shrieking
We talked about it
little
yesterday.
girls' voices,
I told you.
nothing
I
matched
told
that.
you it wasn't your 3. It was everybody else. Like a whole room enclosed. And you were like, well, we're in the suite. I'm like,
Oh, it was the loudest I have ever heard that arena.
That's crazy.
Ever. It was super entertaining. It was awesome. Of course, I know nobody here is shocked, but Baby Babs was all up in it,
Yeah.
dancing on the stairs.
Yeah.
Then they had an intermission. Intermission happens at like 9:10 p.m., right? We're talking about a 5-year-old. So, us moms that were there, Holly and Casey were my mom friends that came. And we were like, hey, this is the end of it, right? This is the end. I was like, yep, it is. Let's go. So we're like, girls, it's over. Wasn't that awesome? It was amazing. They're like, no. So we
wanted more.
We took some pictures. We hung out. So we go to walk out. And we didn't get out quick enough, so they started to come back on stage.
Encore.
And then the girls were like, it's not over. It's not over. We got to stay. I'm like, nope, it's over. Let's go. Let's go. So then in the car, baby Babs is like, did we leave early? We didn't stay for the whole thing.
That's
I'm
right.
like, oh, geez.
Well, had you stayed for the encore, then they would have left again, and then they wouldn't have wanted to leave because they would have thought they were coming back out.
Right. And by this point, I'm like, we already are not getting into bed until like 10:15, probably not falling asleep till 10:30. So this morning was a little rough for Mama, a little rough for the baby. And, I just told her, listen.
The baby. She's 5.
She's 5. I'm like, listen, Mom is just preparing you for college. When you
That's
go
right.
on that all-night bender and
That's
then
right.
you got to get up for your 8 a.m. class, look at this. I am preparing you for life.
That's what I'm talking about, Babsy.
Yeah.
You want to be a party animal?
That's
These are the
it.
rules.
Because we all
That's
did that, and we all hit our 8 o'clock class every
Hey,
time, 100% of the time.
You guys speak for yourself because I always hit my 8 a.m. class. I had a 4.0. So my senior year. And then what happened was
I had 3 4.0s, but I did not finish with anywhere near that.
The only time that would kill me is on Thursdays. I wasn't good on Thursdays. Wednesdays
because
was going
Wednesday
out.
night and
Wednesday
Knoxville.
night, yeah.
Yeah.
I had discipline
Tuesday
Thursday
night was like a go out night.
Yeah.
in
It could have
Auburn.
been, but I was like,
Mondays
We'll
were
go Wednesday.
Mondays and Wednesdays.
Listen, we have gone through a Mr. Ronald Slay's, what do you call him? Extracurricular. Or,
yeah.
No, his what do you call him? The one
Elective
credit, the
schedules.
elective.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Yeah. And I had to drop some of them.
Like, there ain't no way that he was in class.
I missed weightlifting a couple times. I had to go and drop it.
Oh, my gosh.
Weightlifting.
Also, how did you do in your volleyball class?
Man, I did good in my volleyball class.
What was your grade?
It was a, what is it? Not a U.
A D for
I
done?
think it was a D.
D for done.
What was my volleyball?
Yeah.
But
Participant.
I had to look it up. But volleyball was like my 14th elective taken.
Seriously.
Well, you got to listen to
We
the
had,
show all
like-
the time to
like,
hear everything. So
we had to go through all of them. There's like 20 of them.
Yeah.
Like, how do you have that many electives?
Who's counting?
That's why you had to go back and get your degree.
Get the real classes. Like, come on, we got to let you out here like this.
Yeah, that's
Dewey
right.
Cheatham and Howe on YouTube. When is Greg Cosell today? 4:20 every Thursday at 4:20. Greg Cosell. We'll break down the Broncos with the best film evaluator in football, and we'll take a look at the matchups from a schematic perspective. Also, what did the Titans get in linebacker Kazir White? We'll talk with Greg Cosell about that. 5:20 Big Savagery. Ramon Foster, Ramon and Will, weekday mornings from 6 to 10. Vol Network analyst with Mike Keith on UT Football Broadcast. Titans at Broncos. What do the Titans need to do to get the upset? And how did the Vols manage the roster against East Tennessee State? By the way, at 3:20, I just forgot. But I talked with Will Healey today, the East Tennessee State head coach. He will hop on at 3:20
All right.
to kind of break them down. And they have
fun.
Yes.
quarterbacks you might have heard of. Cade McNamara is one of their quarterbacks. He was a 4-star quarterback coming out of high school. He went to Michigan. Played there for 3 years, then went to Iowa. Now he went to East Tennessee State. He shares time with Jacoby Criswell, who was also a 4-star quarterback coming out of high school. This kid, he went to North Carolina, then he transferred to Arkansas, then he went back to North Carolina. Now he went to ETSU. So we'll talk with him about his team. They are ranked 24th in the FCS poll.
Somebody has some brothers on there, a pair of brothers on there. ETSU, I think, right? I think.
don't know.
I'm gonna check it out.
I know former Tennessee quarterback Jeff Francis's son Drew plays linebacker for East Tennessee State. He played at MTSU and transferred.
I know it's the quarterback and his brother.
The McNamara brothers?
Yep. Oh, there it is. Did you say that? Oh, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. They're brothers. Yep. If I ain't mistaken, maybe I'm crazy. I don't think I'm crazy. I think they're brothers. They're brothers. Somebody told me that today in therapy.
This topic came up in therapy, East Tennessee State football.
Listen, man, it's sports junkies in therapy.
You are right. His brother Jake is on the team.
Jake McNamara.
Boom.
What position does he play?
He's also a quarterback.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
okay.
He's a redshirt sophomore. Cade is a grad senior.
That should be a movie. Brothers McNamara.
Come on, man.
There's
Yeah.
Brothers McMillan.
Jake McNamara played at Page High School.
I'm telling
From
you.
Franklin.
Come on now.
That's why it was brought
come
up
on.
in therapy. Okay.
See?
Wow, we're really on this.
He also
ETSU
played.
team.
You covered them probably.
I did.
You did a lot of Page games in the championship, but they kept going back to back to back.
Yeah.
Couldn't get it.
He also transferred in from UTEP and Mexico State. Or New Mexico State, sorry.
Shout out to therapy, man.
That's where I knew him from.
Shout out to therapy.
Way to hold it down, y'all.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm always studying, man.
Man, you were doing that wall thing today.
Oh my gosh,
It's making my back hurt.
dude, my legs are
and my
shaking
back.
like leaves, like a lady on stage.
Yeah, so we'll talk about all that. We'll get to Titans Broncos. The injury report will come out. We will tell you that the left tackle did practice today. Dan
Good job.
Moore. Man, I watched tape on Nick Bonito from last year,
Serious.
and he's coming off that left tackle side every time. And man, he lines up wide.
Got a
But
big
he'll go
contract
right
extension
through
today.
you too. He's
Yeah.
got the motorcycle bend, but he'll go right through you too.
The
That's
bull
going to be
rush, too.
that's going to be a big test for Dan Moore over there.
He got paid today, Nick Bonito.
He did indeed. From Adam Schefter, Nick Bonito and the Broncos have reached an agreement today on a 4-year extension worth up to $120 million with $70 million guaranteed. He's now the highest paid non-quarterback in Broncos history.
All right.
13 and a half sacks last year.
Oh, that means you got to go earn the cheese on game one.
Also, before we break, and then we'll come back and we'll go to the phone, 615-737-1045. Actually, we won't. We'll contact Will Healey, and then we'll do some phone calls as a part of that segment as well. The Bridges report's out. They're wearing all white. I'm going ahead and tell you that. There were no winners in Wednesday's $1.4 billion Powerball. It is now up to $1.7 billion.
Let's go, baby.
Currently.
Woohoo! Everybody got a chance to be a billionaire.
I did have the numbers off the $1.4 billion that I meant to hit with y'all yesterday. After the federal withholding and the federal tax, and there are no taxes in the state of Tennessee on lottery winnings.
Mm-hmm.
If you took the cash out, like the one lump sum thing,
Yeah.
off the $1.4 billion, it would be $405.5 million in your bank account. If you did the 30 annual payments after taxes, $29.4 million per year, that's $882.
Oh, so you double it, pretty much.
Yes, or you take half to take the lump sum. You can look at it either way.
Lump sum me. Get this over with. You don't need us playing on
Nah,
that.
give me the
Just
payments.
give me. I'll give you $400 for you to give me
Come on.
400.
Come on. What are we doing?
I would do it.
Y'all gonna take it somehow anyway.
I would do
Something's
the
gonna
30
happen.
payments.
Like
would
something
do-
I'm gonna get sued or something.
Can you will the 30 payments? Like if you died next year?
Yes, I think it is a.
I think that's
it
true.
I
has
think
to
it
be,
is
yeah.
an asset that you can pass down.
Really?
No, you just take the lump sum and invest it yourself.
That's where I'm at.
You got generational wealth
How
for
much
your
you
whole
got?
family.
Or take $29 million a year and be perfectly fine.
No, hell no. Give me all mine. Something gonna happen.
What you need
they
more
gonna-
than $29 million a year for?
boy, you better start watching movies. They blow these little banks up and all that little stuff. Your little money be gone. You better go get your money when you got a chance to get your money. Play around with them people if you want to. Step out in front of a car, it's over. You ain't willed nothing to nobody. Yeah, little $29 million. You gonna need your little drone ends
For
up.
30 years?
Man, ain't no 30 years, man.
Somebody wipe you out.
Come on, man. What?
I mean, listen, we're talking to a guy that's named Bonanno who
You
flies.
feel me?
Who flies?
That's what I'm trying to tell you. Come on,
Who
Zephyr.
flies drones around people's buildings?
Zephyr, take that lump sum, man. You got the power to go do whatever you want to do, man. Ain't no need waiting.
With that first $29 million, I'm probably going to just buy a bank, and then I'll put my money in there.
Can't buy a bank for $29 million. What are you talking about?
See, that's Zephyr.
Oh,
Now you
here
gotta buy
you
a
go.
small bank.
DHB in the chat. They could change the laws in Tennessee at any time
You
to
feel-
tax those payments.
Come on,
Give me the
DHB.
lump sum.
Come on,
true.
DHB. Come
That
on,
is true.
DHB.
You'd
We can only
probably
get
be
our money.
grandfathered in, but
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
And get our money.
I'd give all three of y'all $1 million each.
Oh, that's nice of you. I'm gonna take my million and give it to
Okay, good.
Alabama.
Have you bought your tickets
No,
yet?
you wouldn't.
Not for yesterday.
You
I
give
had
it to
tickets last
Tennessee.
night.
Okay. Well, I need you to make
Not
sure.
for yesterday. Not for Saturday.
Saturday.
Yeah.
What'd you
Okay.
do for Saturday?
Well,
I haven't bought my tickets yet.
Listen, you just heard it on air what he would give us, so I
Yeah.
need you to go ahead and make sure you buy your
Yeah,
tickets.
absolutely, yo.
Hey, listen.
But $1 million
Can't
after
win if you don't
taxes.
play.
I want you to walk with $1 million. So $1 million after taxes. So
Okay.
whatever that math
That is so
that's my
nice,
guy right there.
Mayor.
That was
As long as you will keep doing 3HL with me. We're going to sign a
there's
contract.
I knew it was something.
We're going to sign a contract.
Okay.
A contract beyond the cumulus
I'm
contract.
signing mine in blood.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. I'm okay. I'll stay with you for $1 million.
We can just do a spit handshake. Let's go. Triple high five.
Oh, man.
All right, Will Healey coming up next, the East Tennessee State football coach. He is from Chattanooga and was the Austin Peay coach at the age of what, 28?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I mean, he wasn't that young, but he was young.
And killed it there.
Killed it. They had lost 21 games in a row, and the next year he went to the playoffs. So then he went to Charlotte. He was most recently at Georgia State, and now he is the head coach at East Tennessee State. So we'll talk with Will Healey about the Tennessee game coming up. Stay tuned.
We have a new Dawn deal for Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville. It's for the month of September, so maybe you are out there and you know you need new windows and new doors, replacement windows for your old windows in your home. I feel you, and I feel you that it's not really, the most exciting thing to replace in your home, but sometimes you just got to do it. And for September, Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville, if you tell them you know me, and ask for the Dawn deal, they'll give you 55% off qualifying installations, 0% APR for 48 full months. That is plenty of time to pay off those windows and doors. And I'll tell you that Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville are the absolute best, the best to work with, the best people, family-oriented business. They've got lifetime warranties on all of their products. And then on top of it, they also back it up with a 10-year labor warranty, which is leading in the industry. Reach out to them. You can do it easily online or call them 615-249-1910. Ask for my girl Brittany. Schedule a free consultation. Tell them to give you the Dawn deal. It's PellaNashville.com.
You know how life can change in an instant? It certainly can to any of us. And it's not good when something negative happens, like a car wreck. A car wreck can throw everything off. Your job, your bills, your peace of mind. That's when you need our good friends at Bart Durham Injury Law. Bart Durham Injury Law has been a Nashville staple for many, many years. They've helped so many Middle Tennesseans who were in desperate need. Marine veteran Blair Durham and his team have been fighting for folks in Tennessee for years, making sure insurance companies pay up. I've known Blair a long, long time. We all have. He's a great guy, and he's here to help you. No upfront costs, no waiting around, just real people making sure you get what you deserve. So if you've been injured, don't wait. Call BDIL, Bart Durham Injury Law, at 615-242-9000. That's 615-242-9000. And here's the other thing. Go ahead and take the number down just in case you need it and you can get to it quickly. Again, 615-242-9000. They are here 24/7 and ready to fight for you. 615-242-9000. That's Bart Durham Injury Law. 3HL 104.5, The Zone. NFL season starts tonight. Philadelphia Eagles hosting the Dallas Cowboys. Eagles favored by 8.5, 7:20 on NBC. I have no take on that game. Do you?
On the Eagles and
Cowboys, 8.5?
Yeah, Eagles covering.
It's a big line.
Yeah,
I think the
yes,
Cowboys
it
are in rebuild. Uh-oh.
is. Don't tell Jerry.
Week 1, man. I stay away from stuff. I'll fully support you, though, Slay. I might throw $5 to support my friend.
I'm in there. I ain't gonna need me. I'll support or no support. I'm in.
3HL live from the 104.5 The Zone Circa Sports Studio. Kentucky's largest sports book can now be found at Circa Sports at Kentucky Downs. Slay Dog pointing out there was a study. Penguins take naps thousands of times every single day.
So when everybody be wondering why I'm out here taking naps, it's because me and the Penguins understand each other.
You're a penguin?
Some of the smartest people on earth. You ain't never seen me when I'm nuzzled. Like I'm asleep.
Will Healey joins us now, East SEC State football coach on 3HL. Will, how are you?
Hi, everybody. How are y'all?
It's been a while,
Coach.
man. How
What's
are
up,
you?
Coach?
What's going on?
So no Powerball winners. It's up to $1.7 billion. So at 1.4, Will, if you took the payout in Tennessee, you would get, like the lump sum, you would get $405.5 million. If you did the 30 annual payments, it would be 29.4 every year, which comes to 882. Would you take the lump sum or the payments?
Well, the $30 million may get us the NIL that we're going to have to play this Saturday, right?
Are you saying that Tennessee has a bigger NIL budget than you do?
Well, just a tad. If you want to talk about like Vegas betting odds and you discuss NIL between the two programs, it may be one of the more lopsided NIL matchups in the ever.
Hit it, Tough.
Pay him. Pay that man his money.
That was seamless, but also true. So I'm curious, like, first, for those that don't know, first-year head coach at East Tennessee State. Will was at Austin Peay in Charlotte. What's the interview process like from a coaching perspective now? I would think with transfer portal, NIL, all those things, like you've got to interview the school just as they have to interview you, right?
Yeah, I do. I have learned that, from successes and failures as far as what do they truly have structurally to give you a chance to win. And we've moved around enough over the last 3 years where it was like, can you go somewhere where you feel like you can sustain success? And are they going to invest in a way where their expectations and their investment match? And so, yeah, I mean, I think that what's your vision as a coach? Does that match what their vision is as an athletic department? But also, are they willing to truly invest enough to give you a chance to win? And that, to me, what I've learned has been if you're willing to invest at the top, fourth of your conference, then I think you have a chance to sustain success throughout your conference. And, I've learned that. Obviously at Austin Peay, I took that job because Ryan Ivey and Dr. White, I felt like, had a vision, even though it had not been there and there may not have been the investment in the past. They still had a vision that matched what I thought you could do there. And then, Charlotte was a difficult job in the fact that there had not been a whole lot of success. They'd never had a winning season and never been to a bowl game and all those type of things. And I think that what you find out is to consistently sustain that is a different step. And I was not able to get us over that step, especially in the last year. And so this one, to me, is the first one that I think I've taken where it's set up to probably win more than you lose, and then sustain that success, throughout the tenure, but also a ceiling of, I think you can win championships here. So I think it's very important.
So when you took the job, was there tremendous roster turnover? Like, is that the first thing you have to do is kind of sell the kids on staying or go out and look for kids to bring in?
Well, we had like 25 or 30 guys that were on the roster that were in the portal at that point in time. And really it wasn't, that's what they should do. There's a coaching change. Like, I'm going to protect myself and I'm going to get in the portal. I don't know who's going to be the next head coach. Are they going to run the triple option or are they going to be a 3-down defense and I'm a 4-down, So I get why they would protect themselves. So I really recruited the roster of those guys that were in the portal that I really wanted to come back, as well as trying to get as many guys as I could in December, because that would allow me to go through all the off season, all the mat drills, all the spring practice with them from a culture perspective to truly develop it like I wanted to. And, so it was a combination of both, that as well as recruiting high school guys who can help you, that as well as putting a staff together, all those type of things. So a lot of the former relationships that you have with guys that you've coached or recruited or guys that people on your staff have had was really instrumental in year one. And I think we have 53 new guys and 52 that came back.
Wow.
And
okay.
We, the nice part about it for guys here, they enjoyed Johnson City. They went from 3 wins to 7 wins, so they felt good about where the football program was going. They just needed to hear a vision and understand where we were, where we wanted to take it.
So what's your vision? Like, how do you describe that to, guys that have been there and then new guys?
I think that, to me, what I'd love to do here is run this place like a group of 5 program. Mm-hmm. And that's facilities, and that's travel, and that's nutrition, that's development. I would rather them come play football at East Tennessee State, where they have a chance to win a conference championship and a national championship and win 10, 11, 12 games a year, versus go to the group of 5 and win 6 and lose 6, right? Because I think winning is part of an experience. And so if they feel like they can come here and have that type of experience, then there's no need for them to go to the group of 5, because they can come here and go to Tennessee and be able to skip that step, but part of their experience be winning a lot of football games. And so that's the vision, is that, like, nobody does it better than we do, even though it may be less of a budget, but we give them all the resources they need to be successful and develop. When we travel, we eat, we stay at nice hotels, we eat good food. When we do summer school, we do it right, where you're not hurting for money, and scraping by with rent and all those type of things. It's right now we're in a stage of, we've got to get the basics, the fundamentals of day-to-day operations right before I'm going to act like we're going to get involved in some NIL battle. I mean, I told everybody that we recruited, when they would mention NIL in the first conversation, if that's why you're picking this spot, then you're picking the wrong spot. I mean, I remember having a great conversation with an agent that was calling me, and he was like, "Hey, I just want to know what's the financial package." And I was like, "You know what? That is a great question." All right. I know FCS sometimes people don't understand, but we're going to give him tuition, room, board, books, you name it. He won't have to pay a thing. And the guy's like, "Yeah, that ain't the kind of financial package I'm talking about right now." And I was like, "I know it's not, but I'm just telling you that's where we are, right? This is not you're going to go build a new house because of what we're giving you. This is like, you can eat at Pal's 2 or 3 more times a month based on what we're giving you.
Hell yeah.
You can get those cheddar rounds in the morning on Mondays instead of just on Sundays.
Coach, I'm gonna be real. I would have committed on the spot for that right there. No free meal, get some more extra meals off top. Yeah.
Hey, I got a spot for you. I've seen you run around before. I guarantee you can still play.
Coach, man,
we'll wear the headbands too. Don't worry.
See, that's all I did. Listen, we'll find the NIL. Don't worry about that. We're gonna put the headbands on to make it happen, Coach.
There is no. I'll wear the headband if you'll come play for us.
He did lead the state in receiving for 3 weeks.
Hey man, I was there.
Hey, did you play for Brunetti?
No, so I played for Coach Fitzgerald.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
They start choosing to give the ball to Santonio Beard and throw it to John Henderson, which was it was probably a good idea at that time.
That's a little different than the roster we had at Boyd Buchanan back in the studio.
There you go.
Yeah, you were slinging it at Boyd Buchanan.
Yeah. Coach, you coming out of that Murray State game, is it walking into the locker room, how do you get ready for the next matchup? With it being Tennessee, it being a true in-state thing, they only matched up once. Understanding that you're going into Rocky Top, like me personally, I grew up seeing it, never been able to touch the field, but knowing when I step on there, how do you block out the noise, knowing you're getting ready for this week for guys that grew up here? Because you got a lot of guys from Tennessee.
Yeah, I mean, I think that there's what I've learned from it. I mean, I was the head coach at Austin Peay when we went and played number 1 Georgia. I was the head coach at Charlotte when we played number 1 Clemson. I was at Chattanooga when we played Alabama the year they won it, and Auburn with Cam Newton. I think what I've learned about it is it's really important to be transparent and honest with your guys. I think they can feel fluff. If you roll up in there on the meeting on Monday and you start talking about trying to shock the world, they're looking at you like, Coach, we ain't got a game plan yet, and you're trying to talk about shocking the world, right? So the mentality for me that I've learned through success and failure is the fact that truly, like Monday through Friday, you have a job to do, and that is to get your team to practice the best they can possibly practice and prepare the best they can prepare that week so that your football team is constantly getting better through the year. And that was my message for week 1, and that remains my message in week 2, even though the opponent is drastically different. I mean, you turn the film on these guys and you see a college football playoff team with college football playoff talent. I mean, there's somebody told me today we were 58-point underdogs, right? Like, I'm not, this is not some David Goliath speech. It's truly, let's take care of what we need to take care of this week. Let's make sure that we're getting better in practice. Let's make sure that we fix the mistakes that we had against Murray. And then we as a staff are going to put you in the best position to be able to have success on Saturday.
Right.
And what you've got to do is you've got to be able to sustain the suffocation of the first quarter in Neyland Stadium with really good athletes and a massive crowd to be able to take a breath and go execute. And, you know, you've got to be able to play one down at a time and forget the last one and humble yourself enough to understand things are going to go really well on Saturday and really bad on Saturday. And like you cannot be scared of getting exposed on this stage because they've got great players, and that's what this game does to you. So it's much more like just stay in the moment and enjoy it and don't allow it to be the middle of the third quarter before you look up and say, man, this is really cool. I'm enjoying this. Right. But also just taking a deep breath and just going to do your job and going back to your fundamentals. I mean, I think that's the best way to handle it.
So I want to go back to roster construction a little bit here because I would imagine like part of the sales pitch, for lack of a better phrase, is, you know, come here. We're big into player development. That is very important to us. We want you to transfer to a Power 5 school. Like, we want you there, right? And so we're going to play these teams. And you're going to have the opportunity to put this film on against Tennessee, for example. Is that something that you can kind of sell?
I used to say that a lot, you know, like if I got another one of the, you know, FCS jobs or Group of 5 jobs, then that's something I would sell. But the other thing about it to me is the more you talk about it, I think the less bought in they are to where they are. And for me, it's like, how do you create value for yourself? And that may be at the NFL level, that may be at the SEC level, that may be here, you know, maybe we get you that Pal's burger, right? I mean, but so my thing has just been like, be where your feet are. And then when we get to December, if you have those type of options, no different than I would tell our defensive coordinator or offensive coordinator, like, I want you to do what's best for you and your family. And you're going to have, you know, if you're where your feet are and you take advantage of this opportunity, then you will have other options. And I'm okay with that. You know, if you leave for some of those type of options, I just don't want to leave. I don't want them to leave for another option that I think would be comparable. Absolutely. Right. I don't want them to leave to go to another Southern Conference school. I really don't want them to leave to go to another Group of 5 school. I want the experience here to be so good that these guys say, I'd rather be there, and then when the timing is right, now I can go take it another level, and I can go move to the SEC instead of having to take that step in between. I like it here.
Incredible answer. Will Healey, East Tennessee State. So how do you end up with 2 4-star quarterbacks on the roster, and how do you balance that? Cade McNamara from Michigan, Iowa, and now to East Tennessee State. Jacoby Criswell also will play, I'm guessing, Coach, unless you tell me differently, North Carolina, Arkansas, back to North Carolina, and now ETSU. 2 talented guys.
Yeah, it's a crazy recruiting story. We were getting towards the end of the recruiting cycle when I got here and had great conversations with Cade. Just kind of talked to him about, hey, man, like, obviously, you know, you were the starting quarterback in the national semifinal game against Georgia. I've never been as talented as you are, but I've been through the profession, and I've kind of been knocked off my high horse too. And I feel like I can coach at any level, and I feel like I'm going to hire a group of coaches that could coach at any level and be successful at any level. I've got a chip on my shoulder, and I've got a chip on my shoulder where also being like enjoying where I am and being able to understand I can be myself, and I can do it kind of the old school way of truly developing relationships. And that's really what he was looking for. I think some of these guys have been tossed and turned in this profession, and they're looking for, an experience that's genuine and authentic. And, so I'm going through this conversation with Cade, and Mac Brown calls me and he's like, hey, I think Jacoby Criswell is going to leave North Carolina. This is on like Tuesday or Wednesday. And it's about to open back up for recruiting on Thursday. So he's like, you need to go see him. So I'm recruiting Cade. Jacoby comes on the market. I drive with our offensive coordinator to Chapel Hill. And we go sit down and we have lunch with Jacoby, and just fell in love with the human being and his story. He's adopted, and just one of those things where he loved Mac Brown and had an unbelievable experience with him, but with the coaching turnover, just didn't feel like it was the right fit. But he's not willing to commit, right? So I'm still recruiting both of them, and I was like, you know what? I've never been in a situation where I'm recruiting two guys of this caliber. I don't know that we'll get either one, but there's a weird part about me that feels like we could get both. So I was only planning on taking one, but we may get both. And the only way I know how to do it is just tell them this is exactly what's going on. Hey, Cade, I'm recruiting Jacoby. Jacoby, I'm recruiting Cade. Wow. You're both coming on visits. So I leave Chapel Hill. I drive back to Johnson City. We have a recruiting visit with Cade. It goes great. It feels like the right fit. And I told him, I said, I just want you to know this morning I left Jacoby Criswell, and he's coming on a visit tomorrow. If you both wanted to come, 100% I'd take both of you. If this is not what you're looking for because of who I would bring in to compete with you, then I get that too. You got plenty of other really good options, but I don't want you to get here and be caught off guard. And so I called Jacoby after Cade commits, and I said, hey, Cade just committed. Jacoby came in the next day. He said, hey, just wondering what has changed from now until, when I saw you on Thursday. And I said, other than the fact that you got to go beat out the dude who started in the national semifinal game, nothing. There's a little different competition that's on campus right now. But do I believe in you? Do I think you could be a great player? Will I truly give you an opportunity to compete? Heck yeah. And it was also the right kind of people. You know what I mean? Like they're not many guys of that caliber that would say, I'm going to go battle at ETSU, much less stay, because they both could have left. But I think whether it be how much playing time they're going to get on Saturday or coming here, the only thing I've known how to do is just, I'm not smart enough to lie through the whole thing. It's just like, this is where it is. This is how many snaps you're going to play. This is our plan. And they've both been just like unbelievable to coach. And they're both great players.
They combined against Murray State, 17 to 25, 180 yards. So those guys can play. What an incredible story.
It's good to hear coaches still being honest out here like that.
I was going to say props to you too, because that could turn very ugly if they didn't.
Hey, listen, y'all know me well enough to know I have sinned and fallen short more. I mean, I am not holier than thou. This one just happened to work out. So we've been lucky with that.
No doubt about it.
So individually, like for you, I know you were an assistant and went to Neyland Stadium in the past. What will it be like, do you think, to kind of walk the sideline as a head coach?
I hope I can enjoy it. I hope that playing, being the head coach at Charlotte when we played Clemson or South Carolina, or being at Austin Peay when we played Georgia, like I hope that Saturday is fun, just from a standpoint of that's an incredible environment. I mean, obviously I grew up a Georgia Tech fan, but I went with my best friend with Georgia Tech was on the road. I went to Neyland Stadium with him, and I watched the ball walk, and I was standing down on the edge trying to get, Al Wilson's gloves or T. Martin's wristbands or whatever it was. And I wasn't even a Tennessee fan, but I just realized when I was in that stadium, that's like, this is unique. This is different. This is special. I've got a lot of respect for their staff and for their players. And if we're not playing them, I'll pull for them. One of my best friends, Seth Luttrell's on staff there. And, know a lot of guys there. I've worked with a lot of guys. And I don't really know Josh that well, but I obviously came after him at UCF and know what people have said about him. And Seth is one of his best friends. They were together at Oklahoma, and Seth actually lived with Josh when he moved to Tennessee. But I respect him and who he is and his consistency and, how he runs a program. And so to me, it's an honor. Like I'm not scared of the environment, so to speak, but I am honored to be in that arena. And growing up in the state and being there as a young kid, and I mean, it's kind of a full circle, really cool moment of having a chance to be a head coach again and driving an hour and a half down the road and being in that environment.
East Tennessee State at Tennessee. Congrats on the win against Murray State in week one, 45-17, ranked 24th in the FCS poll. 392 rush yards, Coach?
Yeah, I'm going to have to send you the film because they're running down the sideline. I feel like I've picked up speed. I've had 2 years kind of off of running. And
so you had 392 yards too.
I feel like I was probably more like 405, but 392 is decent, I guess.
Yeah. Well, hey man, congrats on the job that you've got going there at Murray State, man, and we really appreciate the time, and you're getting all kinds of positive feedback on our little chat here. So thanks for doing it, man, and we'll see you.
Appreciate y'all. Have a great day. Good to talk to y'all.
Most definitely,
See you,
Coach.
Coach.
There's Will Healey. He says he's a football coach.
Yeah, salute, man, too, for tapping back into local talent, too, man. Like,
Yeah.
a lot of people's fearful to kind of do that at places, but, yeah, I salute the ones that do.
More 3HL next, 104.5 The Zone.
Medical house calls. Oh, the best. No more waiting in germ-filled urgent care rooms. No more trying to figure out who is going to take the kid to an appointment, trying to actually get a doctor's appointment nowadays. That's hard. Uprooting your life, your kids, your job, your schedule, just to get in to see a doctor when you probably know what's going on with your kid too. Well, medical house calls can help you out. Anybody out there, transparent pricing that's upfront and not confusing, and they come to you. You can use your HSA, FSA cards just like any other doctor's appointment. All you do is call or text Medical House Calls. Their teams assess what you need within minutes. You can book your visit. Medical providers, doctors show up at your door to deliver you the care that gets you back ASAP. Oh, and by the way, open 7 days a week, Monday through Sunday, 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. and same-day appointments are available next day. Guaranteed Medical House Calls, healthcare designed for your life. Call them 615-838-2375. They also do mobile IV therapy and primary care as well. 24/7 telehealth also available. There it is. Medical House Calls, 615-838-2375. It's medicalhousecalls.com.
3HL 104.5 The Zone. Brent Doherty, Don Davenport, and Ron Slay. You can watch the show live, YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitter, and Twitch.
Twitch, please.
Thank you, Zeph. The executive producer of 3HL is Zeph.
What's up?
Vandy Man AD2. This guy is awesome. Tells it like it is.
He is, man.
He's real.
No, absolutely. And not to be a Power 5 man and still be able to recruit locally, like, that's saying a lot, man, because you not only when you take those kids on, man, you take on their parents, too, because it's so close to get to.
It is close.
And a lot of people don't like fighting that. They'll rather get a person from North Carolina or maybe Texas or something where they can't make that drive each and every weekend. But that's big time. Shout out to Matthew Manning, too, man. James' son, who's going to get beat pretty bad when they come up the Rocket Top, but that's just something me and him got going, y'all. Y'all don't worry about that. Shout out to Matthew Manning. He ain't got nothing to do with that.
I think
receiver.
I think what Will's looking for is, how do you respond to the adversity, right?
Yeah.
Like, because Tennessee's going to hit you in the mouth. They're going to, they're going to have, 6 sacks or whatever it is. But how do you respond to an 80-yard touchdown pass, And
then
you can build on that when you play your FCS Southern Conference competition.
Bingo. And you want to look back on it, man. Like, who did y'all, like, when you coming from Group of 5 or whatever it may be, like, when you coming back to games and 2 years later, like, that's the conversation you want to have. Man, who'd y'all play? Y'all didn't even play nobody, man. We played Tennessee, man. We played Auburn. We played Alabama. Played Georgia. Like, when you say that, that's different. And those are the conversations. I'm telling you, it's good laughs, you know what I'm saying, and good memories made from that. And then whatever is built off of that, win or lose, for the remainder of your season, man. Because if they handle everybody like they did Murray State.
They handled Murray State.
They handled them.
And I know Murray State's not where they want to be as a football program, but 392 rush yards on anybody.
You know, to play who's in front of you.
That's exactly true. And you had a coaching change.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
All these things.
Let's get it on.
How about the situation where he ends up with 2 4-star quarterbacks at East Tennessee State, and he chooses to play it straight up? Like, Will is that guy, but to tell them each what's going on and completely update them at every turn, and they both end up respecting that and going there.
Absolutely. I thought he played it well. Like, listen, man, I done bumped my head a couple times. I'm looking to bounce back. I'm looking to have a platform where I can be me, and that's what I'm offering y'all. So what you want to do? Let's do it.
Want to be a baller?
Shot caller.
Come on, there you go. Let's go, Babsy.
20-inch blades.
On the Impala.
That's what she had, not an Impala.
I
want to see running back DeJuan Morris more.
I wanted to ask him, like, how fast do you really think he is? You know what I mean?
Savage a big fan. So
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you see them on film or when you see him in practice.
He should get a lot of run in this game, right?
They say, I think it was Mike Keith that said, no, Savage, you're right. You said Savage. Savage, man, he said that boy fast, so.
Also, from Cole Kublik on the SEC Network's One Film Review. That is a great show, by the way. Phenomenal stuff. But Joshua Josephs was a one-man wrecking crew, he said. Josephs was the sacrificial lamb multiple times, and he'll get no credit for it, but he'll go down inside, occupy blockers so somebody else can loop around or blitz off the edge and make a play. I thought he was great. He did have 7 tackles and a big sack right before halftime. He is a dog.
Hey, man, it means something to sit behind a guy that's getting hype. And I don't want to say not lived up to the potential because I thought James Pierce did what he did in the time that he had.
His pass rush win rate, like the analytics stuff, was
great.
Good.
It was great. Really. Yeah, but as far as what we seeing right then, the results, like you said, there's always going to be something in the hidden, you know what I mean, details of film that we don't really get to watch at that, like them, like Cole Kublik and Ramon and all them. They watch it through a different lens. But
especially offensive linemen.
But Joseph, you could see, you know what I mean, what he was physically doing. Like stopping the run. I don't remember James Pierce stopping the run like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? His was, I'm going to go get the quarterback. You know what I mean? His was, I'm being patient. Oh, this is a pass? Uh-oh. I'm on my way. So that's pretty dope to see.
From West Rucker, Tennessee running back Deshaun Bishop on why he plays without gloves. He said, quote, feeling the ball helps me catch it better. I'm not out here to look good. I'm out here to play good. It's straight business.
I like that.
End quote. Bishop had 2 receptions for 44 yards, carried it 11 times for 82, so 126 total yards for Deshaun Bishop.
I like that.
When we come back, we'll get into the Titans and the Broncos. If you want in, 615-737-1045. Denver up to an 8.5-point favorite now, 9 in some books. Biggest point spread of the week. tied with Dallas
Go
and
make it
Philly.
10. Go make it 10.5, and I'm jumping on it.
I haven't done it yet because I keep thinking it's going to keep going up.
They make it 10.5, I'm all over it.
More 3HL next, 104.5 The Zone. Football season is back. Snack season is in full swing. Do it the right way. Watch your games and make sure you snack the right way. I know all y'all will be watching a whole lot of football between now and next Tuesday. So make sure your snack game is on point this weekend. I want to tell you about my new obsession, Daisy French Onion Dip. One of my guilty pleasures during football season, eating dips with chips, wings, and veggies while watching the big games. It would make no sense to have chips, wings, and veggies sitting there with no Daisy French Onion Dip or Daisy Ranch Dip. It makes complete sense to have all of those things together. One of life's great combinations. And now Daisy, again, came out with a delicious Daisy French Onion Dip, Daisy Ranch Dip, and these are game changers. These are as delicious as homemade dips, and they are made with real herbs and spices and other ingredients that you would find in your own kitchen. They're so good that Will Bowling, who talks about Daisy in the morning, me and him just get together, and we just sit there and talk about the day and eat Daisy French Onion Dip. We will when we get the chance. Look for Daisy French Onion Dip at a grocery store near you. Daisy French Onion Dip at all grocery stores.
Good afternoon. It is 4:03. I'm Joseph Bonanno, live from the Circus Sports at Kentucky Downs Studios. The Titans were back on the practice field as they get ready for the Week 1 matchup against the Broncos, where left tackle Dan Moore did return after missing Wednesday's practice with an ankle. He told reporters in the locker room after practice that he would be good to go on Sunday. The NFL is back tonight as the season opener features an NFC East rivalry game between the Cowboys and the Eagles in Philly. Kickoff for the season opener at 7:20 and can be heard right here on the Zone starting at 7. In college football news, the NCAA Oversight Committee voted today to support a single transfer portal in January. As emergency legislation, it requires approval from the administrative committee by October 1st to take effect this year. The 10-day window is expected to be open on January 2nd. For all your foundation repair and waterproofing needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Titans and Bulls. This is 104.5 The Zone.
Three at 104.5 The Zone. Happy Thursday. Brent Doherty with you on a beautiful day in the Music City. NFL season starts tonight. Cowboys at Philadelphia Eagles. Yes, looking forward to that one. You can watch the show live through YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitter, and Twitch.
Twitch, please.
Thank you, Babs. There she is. Dawn Davenport, y'all.
Let's go. They played this song, or a snippet of this song, last night at the Descendants Zombies World Collide Tour.
They must have known you were there.
I wouldn't
That's
know,
right.
Babs.
And all my people in the suite were like, "Hey, it's your song." I was like, "Yeah."
That's funny. Ronald
Don't ask, kids.
Sylvester Slay.
I'm in the building. I'm in the building.
Titans and Broncos coming up this weekend. Up to 8.5. You buying yet?
Nope. Got to get to 10.5 for me.
10.5.
Yeah.
You want that 10 part of that
I want that. Yeah. I want the hook.
so you can get the 10.
Yeah, absolutely.
Broncos win by 10, you win too.
Yeah, everybody wins. Except
What do the Titans need to do to secure the upset victory?
Ooh.
I was going to ask Savage later, but I was like, man. Greg Cosell's coming up at 4:20. He's going to break down the Broncos and talk about some matchups. But
Yeah.
I'm just curious, like, is there a path to victory for the Titans? There always is. That's why they play the games, remember?
yeah.
They need some weird stuff to happen.
They need to be
I think they
able,
need some
first
weird
and
stuff.
foremost, to run the hell out of the ball.
Run the ball, but I think they need some weird stuff not to happen.
Yeah, we don't need no weird. We saw weird before. We saw weird with Chicago last year.
Without the weird, they beat Chicago.
They
in
win
that
that game. So we need them, man. Listen, this is what I would believe. Listen, Bo Nix is walking into his second year.
Yep.
There is something called a sophomore slump.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen guys go through it. If you can be steady as a defense and not give up the big play, hold when you need to hold them to, three a couple of times, you know what I'm saying, and without them getting into the end zone, just make it difficult for them to get in that red zone and get into that box. You can keep them out the box as much as possible. Don't be difficult. Sean Payton is a mastermind, no question about it. But you got to be able to hold them, man, and be able to take that time off the clock and get some turnovers defensively. I think that was the biggest thing last year walking into it, being able to turn the ball over. They would get turnovers, but then offensively we give it back. So, man, get those. We saw them making it a point all preseason to punch at the ball. So get some of those. We've seen the tip drill matching hands with balls, and the ball pop up, and we got a tip drill. It's an interception. We need some of that. And I think, as long as we can be on the right side of the field, you got a great opportunity.
It's interesting. We've talked about this a lot, but before the draft, Greg Cosell was on ESPN or one of the TV properties, and he said the perfect fit for Sean Payton would be Bo Nix. And then Bo Nix got drafted by Denver, and then Bo Nix had a great rookie season, right? And it's not just his arm. He's a really good athlete, so he can leave the pocket. He can pick up chunks of yardage in the run game. And it's funny, Big Jeff, I saw a clip today where Big Jeff, I think it was yesterday, said that he's a one-read guy and then he checks out and then he takes off. And then Easton Freeze and these analytics guys like came on top of that, and they were like, well, there are only 4 quarterbacks in the league actually that threw to their first target fewer times than Bo Nix, that he actually does go through his progressions. And and so that could have been a situation where Big Jeff's like, hey, watch that, I'm going to say this. And we really know behind the scenes what's going on here. But I don't know. He is a definite weapon. Cortland Sutton in that pass game had a tremendous year last year. I'm anxious to see what they are in the run game, though, because their running game is completely different. They bring in J.K. Dobbins. They've got R.J. Harvey from Central Florida in the second round. So both those guys are new. Yeah. Both will play.
Right.
But the biggest thing that's concerning to me, outside of the pressure that they can put on you with that defense that led the NFL in sacks and of course Nick Bonito. You put the tape in on Nick Bonito, it's ridiculous.
You watched a bunch of him last night or today, didn't you?
You could see the motorcycle bend with the wide stance and the motorcycle bend around the left tackle. You could see him go through the left tackle. You could see him loop around inside. Like, he's got all of the things, and he had 13.5 sacks last year. So Dan Taylor being back at left tackle today for the Titans at practice after missing yesterday was a huge thing, and that is one of the big matchups. Yeah. You know, we talked about Pat Surtain too.
Dan Moore,
yes.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. We knew who you were talking about.
I keep saying the other name.
Sure
you get a name locked in your head, and it's the wrong name. And but we talked about Pat Surtain too against Calvin Ridley yesterday, and that he likes to travel with the other team's best receiver.
Yep.
And so Vance Joseph, the defensive coordinator, knows there's a rookie wide receiver on the other side. So I got no problem traveling Pat Surtain with Calvin Ridley, right? Mm-hmm. So it's going to have to be hot reads, quick throws, rookie receiver getting separation, catching contested balls, utilizing the tight end. There's a lot that has to happen. But the most concerning thing I started to say is what Rhett brought up yesterday, Rhett Bryan, is that they're the only team in the NFL, the Denver Broncos, that return to every starter on offensive line and defensive line. Only team.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Yeah. That's listen, it's gonna be plays.
Also never happens.
Yeah, not in today's age. There's gonna be plays to be made. And I think, man, like, listen to some of the people in the chat saying that the Broncos, like, you almost not giving the Titans a chance. This is what I would suggest some of y'all do. 615-737-1045. Like, let your voices be heard, for the reason being that we already talked about Bo Nix and him being going into his second year. But outside of him, that's the only question mark. When you compare rosters, the problem is we are still lacking depth in a rebuild, and you need everybody to be 100% ready to go. Guess who's not 100% ready to go? The Tennessee Titans. That's the problem. L'Jarius Sneed hasn't played a game yet. Like, we don't know how much we're going to get out of him in the altitude. Let me tell y'all something about this altitude, too. So, because I don't want people to gaze over this like this is not a real thing. Man, I was up there with the Denver Nuggets. Yeah, he said it, too. Yeah. I was going to add to it. I was up there with the Denver Nuggets, and, man, I'm telling you right now, we practiced. I was up there for 3 weeks getting ready to go to Vegas. I could never catch my breath, and I was in great shape. Never catch my breath. Yeah. This is watching guys, the same thing with Carmelo, who was out at that time, a 4-year vet, 3-year vet. Like, these people could not catch the breath. As soon as we got off the plane in Vegas and went and played, it was like, I don't know what these other teams been doing, but we were running them out the gym because it's such a change. That altitude is a real thing, man. So let's just say that first. So you got guys that haven't been up there, that's going up there, that, you know, you ain't going to let it play mind tricks on you, but 9-play drive, that's the difference, man, depending on how that thing goes. So outside of that, you need everybody to be healthy. Well, you got a second-year guy starting in Jarvis Brownlee Jr. For sure. You know what I'm saying? You got Roger McCreary, yes, in the nickel, but then you got what's the unknown. Yes, we know him in camp, but what's the unknown in our inside linebacker position? Hell yeah, they've done great for us in our view, but you're about to play everybody else now. It's not just playing against your guys or a scripted offense that's going out there that you know that the coaches communicated, this is what we're going to be doing. All right, we're going to go unscripted for 4 plays. No, this is unscripted for the whole game. Mm-hmm. So that's the difference in it. So make sure that's understood. Nobody's not saying the Titans ain't got a chance or anything.
We're not saying that. Rosters, people are sending messages like that. We're not saying that.
If you compare rosters, you call in and tell me, I'm willing to bet whatever you're willing to bet. Call in, 615-737-1045, And if, this is what we're gonna do. Zelf, you take it. We ain't putting no money, no line on it or nothing. Straight up and down. I'm gonna bet against you.
Well, M-Boy says
this is the way y'all want to act.
Bo Nix is average. Firebrinker said no one is afraid of Bo Nix. Would y'all take these numbers from Cam Ward in his rookie season? Almost 4,000 yards passing,
Yes, and you can stop
29,
there.
29 touchdown passes.
Absolutely.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
Absolutely.
No one's scared of a rookie quarterback that got his team to the playoffs?
Yeah. Come on, man.
I'm not saying you're scared of him, but don't act like this guy can't play.
Don't act like it's not a coach when we all talked about going into the offseason before we even got to spring, where we were talking about, man, Coach Callahan got to make adjustments going into his second year being a play caller, going against a guy named Sean Payton who's won a Super Bowl. Like it's a difference it's different levels to this right here.
And by the way,
Also,
they have the NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
Like, come on,
Yeah,
man.
and just on paper,
That's all.
strictly talent-wise, roster-wise, if you compare them, they don't even compare.
All we're saying is they're further ahead than the Titans. Does that mean the
Exactly.
Titans can't find a path to victory? No,
Nope.
of course
Way different. Just is what it is.
So don't get it twisted. We're not saying the Titans
one team's rebuilt,
don't
one
even
team's
go.
built.
Somebody said don't even go. Like,
No,
come
go.
on,
You got to go.
But we're breaking down the game. This is what you do.
Yeah, I just wanted it to be known. Like, you got a number too. If anybody else is chilling out there.
S. Smith, are we ignoring the teams the Broncos played last year? They played some of the worst O-lines in the league. Jets, Raiders twice, Falcons, and the Panthers.
We were one of those.
We were one of the, or
worst
the
O-lines.
Titans were one of the worst O-lines in the league. Now,
we don't know.
that should be better.
It's
but-
growth, but we don't know what it is.
They do have a tougher schedule this year because of where they finished.
Yeah.
Good.
That's how the NFL does the scheduling. After your divisions and whatever other divisions you're playing.
Say coach.
All right, so people are getting on hold. Here's what we're going to do,
That's what I'm
though.
talking about.
We've got Greg Cosell at 420, and he's going to break this game down from a non-emotional perspective, and he is phenomenal with that. But if you want to get on, we will go back to the phones at 445. 3HL 615-737-1045. Here's another. It's about the narrative that the Titans don't have a chance. That is not our narrative. We're telling you what the Broncos are. You can do with that whatever you want. Good Lord.
They can bet me. That's what they can do.
Football season is snack season. Do it the right way. Watch your games, but make sure that you snack the right way as well. We're all watching games this fall. But it's also snack season, and you need to have your game up for that. Also, maybe you're going to have people over. So you got all your technology set up. Maybe you got multiple TVs in your living room like I do, and maybe you're on point there. But you can't just have chips and wings and veggies. You need a great dip. Daisy French onion dip, Daisy ranch dip, game changers. You need to make sure that you are covered there. Make everyone that comes over happy and make sure that they want to come back for more. So Daisy French onion dip, Daisy ranch dip, game changers, delicious as a homemade dip, and they're made with real herbs and spices and other ingredients that you'll find in your own kitchen. Look for Daisy French onion dip at a grocery store near you. You can't have chips without dip. Having said that, choose the best dip. Daisy French onion dip is the best. It's so great. The perfect complement to all the games you'll be watching. Daisy French onion dip at all grocery stores. 3HL 1045 The Zone, live from the 1045 The Zone Circus Sports Studio. Kentucky's largest sports book can now be found at Circus Sports at Kentucky Downs. Every Thursday, Greg Cosell at 420 with NFL Films and NFL Matchup. You can catch NFL Matchup on the ESPN properties, and it is now football season. Cowboys and Eagles coming up tonight. Greg Cosell joins us now. Greg, what's up? How are you?
What's up, Brent? How we doing?
Is there a matchup in that game you're more interested in than maybe any other?
You mean like one specific? Are you talking an individual matchup?
I'm just curious what you're looking for, I guess, maybe. What you're interested to see in this game.
I mean, for me, I look for a lot of different things. I mean, I'm you're dealing with a team, the Broncos, that led the NFL in sacks a year ago. I did a deep dive into their defense this offseason. What they do is what we call they gap you out. In other words, they line up with a lot of five-man front looks, whether it's in their base defense, it could be in their nickel or dime. And what that does is it often leads to what coaches call 5-0 protection, meaning it's man-to-man blocking, because you have five right on the ball for the defense. So the offensive line has to block them one-on-one almost all the time. And they just have guys that can win one-on-one. You probably saw that Nick Bonito just got a 4-year, $106 million extension. That he was one of those guys that kind of made me feel good, Brent, because when he came out of Oklahoma, I really, really liked him. And I remember people telling me on Twitter that I was an idiot and I didn't know what I was talking about. I guess kind of worked out okay for Nick Bonito.
Yeah.
But Benito, he almost always, over 75% of the time, he lines up on the right side of the defense.
That's right.
Close to 90% of the time, Jonathan Cooper lines up on the left side of the defense. You're going to get Cooper versus Latham a lot in the game. You're going to get Benito versus Moore. And then they've got two guys inside that can win one-on-one. You've got Zach Allen, who's a really good player, and you've got John Franklin Myers. So they gap you out. So they create one-on-one matchups, and they can win those matchups. That's one reason why they led the NFL in sacks a year ago.
We'll talk more about them from a personnel perspective, but I want to throw a question real quick early in the conversation that I threw at Slay and Babs. What do you think the path to victory is for the Titans to pull this upset? What do they need to do?
You mean beyond scoring more points than the Broncos?
Yes, sir.
Major right there, for real. Go say
that's, there's, I guess the answer to that, if you're talking about going beyond things that we can't predict, like special teams plays or turnovers,
right,
things that are hard to predict, Brent, I would think that the Titans need to, in some way, control the pace and tempo of the game on the offensive side of the ball. Because I think if their defense is on the field too long, that means that the Broncos would be playing offense the way they want to play offense. And I think that would pose some problems. So again, I think that, which doesn't mean that they have to run the ball 40 times, but if this develops into a game where there's too many short drives, 3 and outs, and the game, even if the score doesn't immediately get away from them, I don't think that would bode well. I think, and I'm not suggesting they need to get off to a fast start in the sense that they've got to be up 14-0, but I think there needs to be a sense that they can line up on offense, that they can move the ball, that they can get first downs. That helps in the field position game if they have to punt later on in a drive. But they need to control the pace and tempo of the game, and that happens on the offensive side of the ball.
Greg Cosell, NFL Films with us, NFL Matchup. I watched a lot of tape. You mentioned Nick Bonito. I watched a big clip of tape on him today. That dude, he's got the motorcycle bend, Cosell. He can also go through.
Oh, he's got motorcycle bend for sure. That's correct.
He can also go through a left tackle. He can also turn inside. Like he seems to have all of the package.
Yeah, the concern with him was his weight, because he's probably in the 245-ish range. I don't remember exactly what he was when he came out at the combine, but that was the concern. But I remember really liking him because he had that bend, and he did show some speed to power. Obviously it's all worked out. And Cooper on the other side is tough to handle as well. And they've got some other players who are really interesting on defense. Brandon Jones is a really good safety, and he's a very good blitzer as well. I mean, this is a team that will pressure, and you're going to see that against Cam Ward. Clearly, in pure pass situations, you're going to see pressure concepts. They do a lot of zone pressure concepts out of their nickel, and they normally do that with an overload to the field, the wide side of the field. They have Jahdae Barron now, who'll be their slot corner. He's a good blitzer as well. This is a difficult defense to play against. And because they often rush 5, keep in mind, you don't have to play man coverage behind that. Everybody just assumes, oh, you rush 5, you're playing man. They deploy a concept that we call match, carry, deliver. It's kind of a zone principle with match elements to it. So in other words, you match a receiver in your area, then you carry him to another defender and you deliver him to that defender, and then you're sort of back in your area. So that can be a difficult concept for a young quarterback because he initially sees it as man coverage when it's not really man coverage.
So if a corner has the flat in a zone, and Pollard, for example, comes into the flat and runs a wheel route up the sideline, he would match him and go with him.
Right. So for instance,
instead of staying in his zone.
Yeah, let's say you've got a wide receiver who starts to run a route, and the corner starts to go with the wide receiver, and then you have Pollard running a wheel route in the same area, sort of behind the wideout. Well, you may think it's man coverage, and that linebacker that's on Pollard, who you think is on Pollard, is not getting out there, and you might think, oh, Pollard's going to be wide open because the corner's running with the wideout, but then the corner passes the wideout on, and he's sitting right there. So, you have to be careful about those kinds of things, and that's tough for a young quarterback. You don't see that concept a lot in college football.
Coach L, let me ask you this. We picked up Cody Barton from those guys. What's the difference in game when watching film on a guy like Cody Barton and what they picked up in Greenlaw? What's the differences in those two games? I
think they're different players.
Okay.
Yeah, Barton is longer, whereas Greenlaw's shorter, and they're just totally different. I always liked Cody Barton. I remember watching him in Seattle. I remember doing him when he came out of Utah. He's one of those smart, savvy veteran types, very aware, good size, good length. It was evident when I was there, both for the mandatory minicamp and training camp, that he is kind of the focus of the defense. He's the guy that kind of runs the show on the defensive side of the ball, and he's a very smart player. It was interesting when I saw that they signed Kazir White. So my immediate thought process was this. Kazir White's very familiar with Denard Wilson because he played for him in Philadelphia. And does that mean, and I don't know this, but does that mean that they're not quite as happy with Cedric Gray and James Williams as one would hope they would be, because White, knowing Denard Wilson's defense, can obviously step right in and play.
Greg Cosell with us on 3HL. So how important is it for Cam Ward to hit these hot reads with this pressure that he's going to see?
Well, it's not always a hot read, Brent. It depends on what the protection is. Okay. But the point is, there has to be awareness of where pressure is coming from. More than likely, that'll be on the center Cushenberry. I would doubt, barring anything that Cam really sees, that he feels, oh my God, that guy's going to come, that he can point it out. But I would doubt that they'll put it on his plate to have to worry about all the protections and the pressure concepts. I would think Cushenberry will deal with that, and that Cam would only override that if he clearly felt like, oh, I'm really sure that guy's coming. I doubt that he's going to be, in a sense, calling the game from the line of scrimmage. He's not ready for that. He's a rookie quarterback making his first start against a really difficult defense in a tough environment.
You mentioned Jonathan Cooper a couple of different times at outside linebacker, the other side of Nick Bonito. I'm anxious to see that matchup with J.C. Latham, because J.C. Latham has transformed his body. You've been there at practice. You've seen it. He looks way more comfortable at right tackle.
Sure does.
And it's funny because we were at Super Bowl Radio Row, and we had several offensive line, quote unquote experts say that he would be better at right tackle, but they understand why he's at left tackle. So it's interesting that he ends up at right tackle, but I'm anxious to see what that looks like.
Yeah, I mean, look, I don't fancy myself an offensive line guru, but I've been watching football for a long time, talked to a lot of O-line coaches, and watching him in the one-on-ones at training camp, he just looked so much more comfortable at right tackle. Because don't forget, the kick slide is with the other leg. The hand placement is done differently with your hands. The hand strikes. Everything about the movement is different. People just assume, because a lot of times there's left tackles in college, and he wasn't, but there's left tackles in college that people automatically say, well, just put him in right tackle. It doesn't always work that way. It's different. It takes time. But to me, he just looked far more comfortable playing right tackle. So that's an interesting matchup because Cooper's another guy that's got some juice and some power. So, and there will be one-on-one matchups. I can tell you that for sure.
A guy like going to the Titans real quick. Offensively, at receiver, Alec Ayamana was named in as far as one of the starters. What was his strengths one more time, Greg, coming out of college and how he can affect this Titans passing game?
Size and speed. The biggest issue was his hands. Obviously, they've worked on that. They feel comfortable, but you're dealing with a guy, and I don't know what his specific weight is, but seeing him in person at training camp, he is a big dude, and he can run. I mean, he was a 4.4 guy at the combine. He played like that. I mean, look, you saw that when he caught that crosser from Cam Ward. I forget which preseason game it was. I think it was the one where Ward ended up having to roll out to his right, and he hit him on a crosser. And you saw that after about a step or two, he just hit an extra gear. He clearly has speed. And with that kind of size and that kind of speed, that's something you look for. Now, again, he's a rookie. We don't know. Right. It'll be playing along with the receiver issue, it'll be interesting to see what the Broncos do because they don't normally match up Patrick Surtain. There have been times they do, but I'd be curious to see if in this game they feel that they have to travel him with Calvin Ridley. But normally they don't. He's not an automatic matchup corner.
Okay. Because that will be an interesting matchup. Patrick Surtain gave up 20 yards a game in receiving last year.
Yeah, he's among the 2, 3. I mean, you'd have Surtain, you'd have Stingley. I mean, these are the best corners in football.
Greg Cosell with us on 3HL. A lot of people reaching out to us saying that Bo Nix they think is an average quarterback. I thought he had a great rookie season.
Again, I don't know. I don't know what that means, Brent, but
it's leading me to my question. What did you see on film from Bo Nix his rookie year?
I saw a lot of really good things. I mean, Bo Nix, to me, a couple of things really stood out. Number one, and I had a chance to speak to Bo Nix before the draft. He did something that very few college quarterbacks do, and I guarantee that it was one reason Sean Payton really liked him and drafted him, is he called the protections at Oregon. And very few college quarterbacks do that. So he was advanced in that regard. Second of all, seeing him on tape in the NFL, I thought there were many strong snapshots of him reading safety rotation. I thought that he showed more arm strength than I thought he had coming out of Oregon. And when I say arm strength, I'm talking about throwing deep digs. Arm strength is not throwing the ball 40 or 50 yards on a post route. Arm strength is driving the ball with velocity between the numbers 25, 27 yards down the field. And he made those kinds of arm strength throws. And the thing that even stood out more than the fact that he can physically make them was the fact that he showed the confidence and arrogance to make those kinds of difficult throws. There are a lot of quarterbacks that are physically capable of making those throws, but they don't see them as viable throws. It just doesn't register to them, and it registered to him. And to me, that's even more important.
Greg Cosell with us on 3HL. Eagles hosting the Cowboys tonight. Yeah. What are you interested in terms of that matchup?
Yeah, I'm very curious to see, we know that the Eagles' offense was very much founded on the run game a year ago, which includes the quarterback, who's a major part of that and a super efficient player, doesn't turn the ball over. But it would not surprise me at all in this game given that the Eagles basically have the exact same offense in terms of personnel as a year ago, with only one change, and the player playing right guard, Tyler Steen, played meaningful snaps a year ago. It would not surprise me if the Eagles came out with no huddle tempo and threw the ball early. I just have a funny feeling that that's what's going to happen. And then on the other side of the ball, this week I watched a ton of Dak Prescott from last year before he got injured. And I got to tell you, he looked really tight-hipped and heavy-footed. He did not look very good last year, even before he got hurt. So I'm very anxious to see what Dak Prescott looks like tonight.
Yeah, I think you could see it on some of the receivers. CeeDee Lamb was quite upset all the time. Now you got two guys that feel like they're supposed to get the ball every single time, in George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb. Like, if he ain't got it together, boy.
And I think, Slay, you're right. Pickens, who's a true boundary X, meaning the single receiver to the short side of the field, that allows Lamb to essentially be what he's best at, which is a movement receiver, a motion receiver. You can line him up anywhere, put him in motion, get him free access. He's very fluid. He understands how to run routes. So now, you have Pickens who, and again, we don't know Pickens. You can read what you want to read, but he's a very talented guy.
Very, yeah.
Greg Cosell, NFL Films, NFL matchup every Thursday at 4:20. We'll break down all the games that the Titans are playing and hit on a few others. Thank you, Greg. Great stuff, man. Appreciate you.
I appreciate you guys. Thanks so much.
There he is. It's Greg Cosell. When we come back, more Titans-Broncos talk. 3HL, if you want in, Slaves ask for your call. 615-737-1045. United Structural Systems is a foundation repair and waterproofing company that has served the Middle Tennessee area since 1994. They will help you when you have waterproofing issues, foundation repair issues. They are there for you. When USS comes out to your house, you're getting problem solvers who provide peace of mind to their customers, the homeowner. You're not getting someone who is worried about meeting a sales quota or upselling the next big thing, but someone there to educate you and help you understand what's happening within your home with regard to waterproofing, foundation repair. At USS, their only measure of success is how satisfied the homeowner is, not a closing ratio. The attitude and culture is the reason they keep employees year after year. From project managers to customer service to production, some have been at USS for more than 25 years. Over 30,000 100% satisfied residential customers. USSTN.com. Homeowners, trust USS, keeping homes dry and stable. We guarantee our best. Call USS. USS serving Middle Tennessee, Southern Kentucky, and Western Kentucky. Online, USSTN.com, or call 615-488-7855, USSTN.com. 3HL 104.5 The Zone. Gloria Gaynor. Love it, Zeph.
Well, the Titans are going to need to survive this weekend.
There are paths to victory,
Oh, I'm not saying there's not.
Zeph.
And that's surviving. You got to survive to the victory.
What did Cosell say? Control tempo, and you do that offensively. So it goes back to what we were saying. Like, no crazy stuff like Will Levis threw out there. Got to minimize penalties. You can't get behind the sticks against this defense where they can just pin their ears back.
Yep. You don't want to do that anyway, just because you start to think about last year. Like, if we can keep that out of our system, you know what I mean? Like, and that's what we said, I thought, going into each preseason game. Like, what do you want to see? You want to see a team play penalty-free. You know, of course, there's going to be a penalty somewhere, but my thing offensively, if you can keep a rhythm, we can go against anybody.
Yeah.
Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts.
Got to be able to run the ball to stay out of third and long.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing.
Hit some throws. We'll see if Pat Surtain, too, the Defensive Player of the Year, travels with Ridley.
That's interesting. Cosell said that. I heard Blaine talking a little bit about it. I think Savage mentioned it as well. Like, he's not one to necessarily make him travel unless it's a guy that's been that guy. I think really ain't been that guy yet.
I think that's why Callahan talked about moving him around to try to get him free from him a little bit. Yep. But if he does, and that's an opportunity for Eilmanor, I think the tight ends in this matchup are going to have some opportunity.
Be beautiful.
Maybe Gunnar Helm. As a rookie tight end in game number 1. Yep. Speaking of, Terry McCormick put out stats for the last 6 rookie Titans Oilers quarterbacks in their first starts. Going back to Steve McNair. Steve McNair, 13 of 27 in his first start, 198 yards and a touchdown in a win against the Jets, 23-6.
Okay.
Vince Young in his first start, 14 of 29, 155 through the air, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. Titans lost to the Cowboys 45-14. Jake Locker, 23 of 32, 229 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, a 34-13 loss to the Patriots. Marcus Mariota. A lot of people remember this one.
Yeah.
13 of 15, 209 yards, 4 touchdowns, no interceptions. They beat Tampa in Tampa 42-14.
That's how you jump out there.
Didn't he have a big rushing game that game too?
I don't remember that, but I remember the 4 touchdowns. They schemed up some stuff, and he hit it. Malik Willis, 6 of 10, 55 yards, 0 touchdowns, 1 interception, a 17-10 win at Houston.
I remember that.
Derrick Henry, 250-something yards, couple touchdowns, carried that game.
Will Levis, in his first start against the Falcons. 19 of 29, 238 through the air, 4 touchdowns, no interceptions, a 28-23 win versus Atlanta. So one thing I took from this, these last 6 Titans/Oilers quarterbacks making their first start, not necessarily the first start of the first game of their first season.
Right.
But making their first start, the record on the road in these games, 2-0.
All right. Here we go.
2-0.
Here we go.
Also, don't throw 4 touchdown passes, and you'll have a decent career for the Titans.
No, throw it for a touchdown pass. No picks. Just don't do nothing silly after that.
Silly.
That's all it is. Like, no, we want the 4 touchdowns.
If you're Callahan, would you like this is what we need to do this week? And then one of the slides is at the very end is like no silly stuff.
Yeah. Like,
and then just put a loop of 11 stuff from last year.
Probably feel like he should have mentioned that. That way he wouldn't be asking what the blank is going on.
Knock Trump said exactly what Zeph said. So don't throw 4 touchdowns in the game. LOL.
No, throw that, please.
615-737-1045 if you want in at 3HL 1045. You want to do
nobody called.
You want to do
Big Slay got to wild it out, baby. Ready to roll. What you say you want to do what, Yor?
I want to see somebody bet you straight up.
I'm with it. Like that's when you put all the ifs and fifths out the way. Ain't no, you know what I mean, what we gonna do, if we gonna do, no, you ain't gotta do all that.
For those that are new to the show and might not know what the ifs and fifths reference is.
Yeah, the ifs and fifths, they belong at the corner store because it's always a person at the corner store that's telling you about if they could have did this, what they would have did, or, you know what I mean? And the fifths, they always got a fifth. That's how you lead to the if stories. So, yeah, you can always find the ifs and the fifths down at the corner store.
The fifths lead to the ifs?
Yeah, all day long.
Yeah.
They make the stories get greater and greater. What they would have did if they had done something. Get another fifth, you hear another if story. So, yeah.
Zeph, let's go back to the Alabama thing real quick. And listen, we're all over the board. By the way, Dawn Davenport is headed to Como, Columbia, Missouri. She'll be on the sideline for Kansas at Missouri, which honestly is going to be a really good game, I have a feeling. It's a good quarterback matchup. Jalen Daniels, I love from Kansas. I've said that repeatedly. But anyway, she's headed there. She'll be on the sideline. I think it's 2:30 on ESPN.
It's one of the better games this weekend.
It is, actually. But Alabama coming back out this weekend, they're like a 36-point favorite. They're playing like Louisiana directional school. I forget which one. I don't have my sheet in front of me. But anyway, Kalen DeBoer was on his coach's show. Chris Stewart's the host of that show. And he was talking about basically getting whooped, getting punched in the mouth. That's what he was talking about, and how they're going to respond. Let's see.
You know, I mean, we got a resilient team. I really do believe that, and it shows in what the response has been. It shows in different moments in the game, and we got to take that, and we got to be even better because of our resiliency. And so this week is one where we got punched in the mouth a little bit, a lot of it, and we got to respond. And that's what these guys are doing. And I'm excited to see these guys get on the football field. We still got a lot of preparation the next couple of days to get ready, and that preparation continues up until kickoff. And then there's adjustments that happen then. And so, these guys will be there, and our coaches and staff are working extremely hard to make sure we continue to put them in the best spots possible to go be successful. So, that time will come, but we're just taking care of the moment we're in right now.
Alabama playing Louisiana Monroe. They are 36.5-point favorite right now. Then they host Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Then at Georgia.
Oh, it's going down. What Wisconsin got?
They didn't look good in the first game.
And I think their starting quarterback got hurt.
He did. He's out against MTSU. Really. Their backup is playing.
Yeah, I ain't really impressed. Yeah.
Let's see. They actually have a week off before the Georgia game.
So they play this game coming up.
Oh, Wisconsin scored 17 points against Miami of Ohio.
Yeah,
they won 17-0.
Come on, y'all.
They're 28.5-point favorite against MTSU this weekend.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, Bama, y'all can right the ship.
Yeah.
Like, and they got a week off.
Now, one thing, and this is a good opportunity for them because Wisconsin will come in there and try to punch you in the mouth.
Yeah.
So if you haven't corrected the things where you just got pancaked all over the field by Florida State,
that's one thing they
that's
never
a good opportunity for you to fix that.
There you go.
And get ready for Georgia.
There you go. And you said a week off before they play Georgia. That's right. That's huge.
Yeah, they don't play Georgia until the 27th.
Oh, rat poison be here, well.
At Georgia, 6:30 p.m. ABC.
If you remember last year, they had their bye week before Georgia after playing Wisconsin. It's the same schedule last year. They played Wisconsin, beat them 42-10, had a bye week, then went and played Georgia. That was at home. They won 41-34 in that game.
Wisconsin's quarterback got hurt in that game, too.
That is true. Yeah.
Weird
how that worked out. Just like the same thing. We'll see if they can do it this year. Who knows?
Yeah. Let it go.
Can we play the legend call? How much time do we have?
No.
Yeah, we got time. It is a minute and 20 seconds of
You know what? Let's do it when we come back.
joy.
Let's do it when we come back. So Legend is a legend caller for Paul Feinbaum show. And I mean, Zeph wrote crashes out on the Paul Feinbaum show.
Yeah.
Y'all are going to want to hear this when we come back. Stay tuned, 615-737-1045. If you would like to watch the show live, you can. YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitter, and Twitch. Spread the word about 3HL and about 1045 The Zone. Coming up at 520, Big Savagery, Ramon Foster will ask him how it went in the booth. His first time sitting next to Mike Keith for the Vol Network in Tennessee's win against Syracuse. All that coming up. Stay tuned, 3HL 1045 The Zone. Went into Brentwood Jewelry yesterday. Love those guys. Love seeing Brandon, Salem, all the crew. Sandy, everybody at Brentwood Jewelry, and they're awesome people. You're going to love them. And we had a nice little chat with Salem about what's important in life. And he said relationships and time. Make sure you spend your time wisely, he said, and always value relationships. And that is what you'll get when you go to Brentwood Jewelry. For more than 50 years, Brentwood Jewelry has been proudly serving the Brentwood community with exceptional style and exceptional deals every day. As a family-owned and operated business spanning 3 generations, these guys are deeply rooted within the community. From Salem's service in the Special Forces to his son serving as local firefighters, the Imamali family is dedicated to giving back. In a time that is imperative to support local, you can do that by shopping Brentwood Jewelry. Maybe you're thinking about popping the question. They can help you with that. Let them help you take the stress out of selecting the perfect engagement ring. They can help you find a beautiful ring in your ideal budget. You can browse their incredible selection of one-of-a-kind rings, or they love doing this. You can talk with their custom design specialists to create a stunning ring as remarkable as your loved one. Watches. I'm a big watch guy. So are they. Nashville's premier timepiece dealer, Brentwood Jewelry. Not only do they have the best selection of watches, but they're also the go-to spot for pre-owned Rolexes, both vintage and current models. You can own a fine pre-owned Rolex for a fraction of the cost. And every watch has been meticulously serviced to ensure the highest level of performance and is presented with a 2-year warranty. Brentwood Jewelry, 7012 Church Street in the heart of Brentwood, just off Franklin Road. Exceptional style, exceptional deals every day for more than 50 years. Visit BrentwoodJewelry.com.
Good evening. It's 5 o'clock. I'm Joseph Bonanno, live from the Circus Sports at Kentucky Down Studios. The Titans were back on the practice field today as they continue their prep for the Denver Broncos this weekend. Left tackle Dan Moore did return to practice after missing yesterday with an ankle. And despite there not being an injury report out just yet for today, he told reporters in the locker room after practice that he would be good to go for Sunday's matchup. The NFL is back tonight officially as the season opener features an NFC East rivalry game between the Cowboys and the Eagles in Philly. Kickoff for the season opener is at 7:20. It can be heard right here on the Zone starting at 7. In college football news, the NCAA Oversight Committee voted today to support a single transfer portal window in January, as the emergency legislation requires approval from the administrative committee by October 1st to take effect this year. The 10-day window expected to be open on January 2nd. For our foundation or parent waterproofing needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Titans and Balls. This is 104.5 The Zone.
Three Tell 104.5 The Zone. Brent Doherty with you on a beautiful day in the Music City. Hope you're having a great Thursday. The weekend is almost here, y'all.
Come on, weekend. It's football time, baby.
What do they call Thursday, Friday, Junior?
Yeah, that's what Savage and them call it. Yeah, Friday Junior. Yeah.
Friday, Junior?
Mm-hmm.
Remember how I always say it always feels like Thursday? It always feels like Savage is on?
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's on with us today.
Because, well, it's Thursday.
Because it's Thursday. It always feels like it's Thursday. Man, it's going to be a fun weekend. I know the slate of college football games isn't the best, but it's still college football on my television.
Yeah.
So you probably think like I do. Also, the NFL starting up. Philadelphia Eagles hosting the Dallas Cowboys. Any way the Cowboys shock everybody tonight?
Yes, we have Jalen Hurts, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith.
Here we go.
All decide not to play. Both tackles, Lane Johnson and Jordan Mailata, decide not to play.
A.J. Brown might be, reading a book on the sideline.
He said that inspires him, though. So you really don't want him to read a book.
I feel like he could probably read a book while on the field and still have success against
What is
the
he
Cowboys.
reading? Like The Art of War?
No, it's some like self-help, like inspirational book.
Yeah,
Self-help?
Yeah, a little relaxation of the mind.
It went trending on Amazon after.
I remember. I just don't remember the details.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Slay Dog is here, y'all.
I'm in the building. Better be ready.
I'm going to tell you, man. The chat is always entertaining. Times 10 today.
Yeah, been ready.
You said, any of y'all want to bet the Titans money line straight up?
Yes.
I'm here for you.
Absolutely.
Cash money.
Absolutely.
And so I read one, I forget who it was, said, wow, you're going to bet against the Titans? Wow. And I'm like, if you take that bet, you're giving Slay 8.5 points, basically.
And you ain't even got to give. I'll leave the points out of it.
You could bet FanDuel at plus 8.5. They'll give you 8.5. They'll give you Denver wins by 8, and you still win.
Yeah.
But you're surprised that Slay would offer you the opportunity to forget those points, like Mark Mariani, and bet Titans money line.
Listen, I know who I'm cheering for.
You'd be crazy to bet.
Know who
Titans
I'm rooting for. But I also know if I'm putting my money on the line, that's a whole difference in my heart and feelings and everything else.
It's like Godfather. It's not personal. It's business.
Let's get it on, man. I'm right here waiting. The number 615-737-1045. Zeb got it.
We're both waiting for the number to max out and then bet the Titans.
There you go.
I mean, we've said that all week.
All you got to do is listen to the show, y'all. That's why the show's on.
I try to listen.
So you can listen to the show.
Bab says
hit that like button.
Bab says I don't hear her sometimes, but
that might be on purpose.
She is headed to Columbia, Missouri.
He's safe, Babsy.
Better known as Como. I don't even know how to get there. Where you fly to St. Louis and then rent a car?
Yeah, then you got to drive.
Yeah.
Before we go to Legend on the Paul Feinbaum Show, would you guys like to hear the injury report that just came out?
Yes. In fact, yes, indeed.
Okay. Let's start with the Tennessee Titans. Everybody's wondering about Dan Moore Jr. He was back at practice today with that ankle injury.
Yes.
He was a full participant.
They need him against Benito.
LeJerry Sneed and Kevin Winston Jr. were both still limited.
Yes, but Jarvis Brownlee Jr. said that Sneed would be good to go, so I'm going to go with Brownlee. Dr. Brownlee.
Dr. Brownlee. And Sneed will talk tomorrow, so we'll hear directly from the cornerback on Friday. As for the Denver Broncos, Nick Bonito, full participant today. He's dealing with some kind of foot injury. He was a full participant yesterday.
Oh, maybe he got the gout.
I don't want to play with that.
Maybe that foot injury was, hey, let's get this contract.
We should have Babs hocus pocus him. Yeah.
See, she always using it against us, the people that love her. You just gonna see people you don't even know, Babs.
Nick Bonito.
Wide receiver Marvin Mims has a thigh injury, but he's been a full participant the last 2 days.
Yeah, but that's soft tissue with a wide receiver.
Yeah.
He's their number two, right?
Too, yep.
Yeah.
Inside linebacker Alex Singleton dealing with a thumb. He's been full the last 2 days.
Oh, yeah, linebacker. I'm worried
outside
about
linebacker DeAndre Tillman
cut it off.
didn't practice or wasn't on the report yesterday. He was limited today. Defensive tackle Malcolm Roach not on the report yesterday, limited today with a calf. Tight end Nate Adkins did not practice yesterday or today with an ankle. And the big one for them, linebacker Dre Greenlaw, did not participate in either day with a quad injury. That's 2 days in a row. Dre Greenlaw does not practice.
So what, he got to practice on Friday or no game, huh?
A lot of coaches are that way. Some will do it anyway, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Dre Greenlaw, man, that's crazy. Isn't he the one that got hurt, right, in the Super Bowl?
Mm.
Or in the playoffs? Remember when he was jumping on the sideline?
Oh, was that him?
Yep, if I ain't mistaken.
He heard. That's the guy that tore his ACL celebrating?
No, he wasn't celebrating. He was
jumping up and down. But he was getting ready to go back out. That's what it was. Yep.
He was stretching like getting loose.
He tore his Achilles, getting back, get back in. Yes, that was in 2
years ago.
Yeah,
22 years ago.
No,
that
was 2024. So the Super Bowl.
Top five.
I remember that, dog. Like that was.
Who was it?
Huge.
Who was the Tampa Bay kicker that hurt himself celebrating a game-winning kick? Martin Gramatica tore his ACL celebrating.
Jumped up. And there's still some Grammaticas out there kicking too.
They're everywhere.
That's a kicking family. They like the Colquitts
or the Hathaways.
Yep. Or the
There were always Hathaways going through Hillsborough, man.
Darn.
Hillwood too. Back in the day, Charles being one of them.
That's another one too.
William.
What's the punters?
Colquitts.
Yeah, darn, there was something else there. Can't even think of my boy's name, man. He gonna kill me too. Kicked for UT. He's coaching now, but he's a kick specialist. I think he's helping.
Polardi?
Nope, helping BA or Lipscomb or MBA or something. He helping
Will Hoyt?
James
Will Hoyt?
Is it James? Is James from here?
No. Yeah,
he was in school with me though.
Oh yeah, James from Hendersonville.
But this is my boy.
James beat the Gators in 2004.
Zeph supposed to know stuff like this. He a little rolling Vol almanac. Of almanac.
Jeff Hall, somebody said.
No, but Jeff Hall was right before me. Whoever was after Jeff Hall.
Bexford was there when I was there.
No, I said after. Not going before.
Well, I'm thinking out loud. Okay. I'm like, Bexford. No, Bexford was there when I was
crazy.
there.
All right. Sorry, what were we talking about? I was taking some phone calls.
Like 99 to 2003, punter, kicker, family related. I don't know. Winsley was there.
Who's
the Colquitts?
The Titans asked him to come over. Like I want to say he helped the Titans one time.
Bill Garman.
No man, the heck.
Johnny Majors called him Twinkle Toes Garman one time. He was a punter for Tennessee back in the 80s, and they were playing Kentucky, and they had a 3-point lead or something. I forget the situation, but it was a 1-score game. They punted. There was only like 4 seconds left, and they were on their own goal line. So Kentucky was trying to block the punt and get a touchdown and win or whatever it was. So they snap it to Garman, who runs the length of the field, like along the back end line of the end zone, runs the clock out, and then goes out of bounds for the safety, and Tennessee wins. And Johnny Majors on this show called him Twinkle Toes Garman.
You take it.
Okay. The Britton Colquitt played for Tennessee from 2005 to 2008.
I know him. Who's here? That's what's going to help me. Britton's not here.
Who's in Nashville?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Dustin?
But you saying that like you asking me the question, Dustin?
Plus,
question mark.
Plus, we've already hit the Colquitt's like 15 times in this conversation.
So I was on the phone. I'm just now.
Oh, no, I know.
No, we just
Louder milk?
No. Just forget about it, y'all.
You know you're gonna remember in your truck, and then you're gonna call me.
I'm gonna get it.
By the way, you got a lot of stuff in the back of your truck.
Oh, I'm loaded down. Shout out to Anheuser-Busch. Get the Michelob Ultras ready for tailgating season, ready to roll.
Drink Easy Nashville.
Man, Drink Easy Nashville. Y'all go follow them because I'm sure following them. They following me all the way to Knoxville.
They would have to unless they fell out of your truck. But you got
I ain't gonna let them fall out. That's the cold thing about it.
All right, so this week has been fun for everyone that's not an Alabama fan. I mean, just entertaining, right?
Yeah.
Listening to the fans kind of implode after the loss to Florida State.
I think it's fun for some Alabama fans, veteran Alabama fans, looking at it like, come on, y'all. Like, just be cool.
It's cyclical.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. Mm-hmm. Don't get caught up in the moment. But then the players started going nuts about it. A.J. McCarron, we played for you. Like,
that was good.
He was calling out Ryan Williams.
That was the best thing for me.
Crying broke. That's my favorite thing. Like, crying that Alabama don't have no money. That's so funny.
They don't, though.
Yeah, he said Oregon has like
here.
40. He said some schools have 40 to 50 million. Alabama only has 20.
No, right up under 20.
Right up under 20.
I know that as a fact, is what he said.
Smell like broke in here, right, Slay?
Well, you were listening intently to that.
Oh, I loved it. Every minute of that.
You just had this grin on your face all day yesterday.
And it's funny.
I woke up on it.
On 3 says that they spent the second most in recruiting.
Will Hoyt.
James Wilhoit.
Yeah.
That's what we said that.
Oh, dang.
From Hendersonville.
Thanks.
Beat Florida in 2004.
Yeah. But he's like a kicking specialist, though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Like
he runs camps and stuff. He trains people.
Thank you.
Over at Brentwood Academy.
Did I say that?
You said it's several schools.
Yeah, but that was the main one.
You said Lipscomb, too.
Yeah, I just threw that one in there because I want to get everybody.
Most Phillips is over at Lipscomb. Do you know that?
Yeah.
And defensive coordinator.
Uh-huh.
I didn't know that until I saw him post something.
Thanks,
by the way, his kids, we need to tell Babsy.
What?
Most Phillips Jr. is on Missouri's team.
So is.
He is.
Transferred.
Yep. From Virginia Tech.
Mm-hmm. He's a dog, too.
He had a pick against Vanderbilt last
He's
year.
a dog. He's a dog.
All right, so there is a legend caller that they call legend on the Paul Feinbaum show. He called in and, as Zeph says, crashed out. Listen.
This is a football nightmare, brother. I mean, it's clear this guy is just a substitute teacher that's got no control over the class whatsoever, Paul. This guy's got no control of this program. It's all lip service, brother. It's all lip service. It was bad enough that I had to go on Maury Povich last year before the nation and say that Vandy was my daddy. That was bad as friggin' enough. But now there's a part 2 to Legends football nightmare. I just got my ass run over by the Gus bus. The friggin' Gus bus just ran my ass over. I guess it's true what they say, Paul. The Gus bus wheels do go round and round. I've never seen a team more softer, more pathetic in all my life. 12 missed tackles last year in the worst game, 14 missed tackles in this game. They said 20 plays where players didn't care, didn't even chase after the play. Where's the pride? Where's the passion? Where's the friggin' tradition? The pride of wearing the damn A jersey? Where is it? That was friggin' pathetic, dude.
That's what I'm talking about.
I love that.
That's what I'm talking about. That's passion.
Yes.
Passion.
I mean, we could joke around about everything.
Yeah.
I love the passion that fans have for college football, man.
I felt that. That was me before going into the dark place.
I love that you just generalized the whole thing as the dark place.
Mm-hmm. Because it was dark in there. Them
was
little
dark
orange
in there.
pants in there. There's bricks in there.
Sitting on a stool in there.
Yeah, it's the Ninja Turtle scarf for COVID in there from Pruitt. Like it was boy, you go through that dumpster.
If there's one thing this week has taught me is that Alabama fans could have never been Tennessee fans during that period of time.
Oh, they absolutely can. They will be.
They wouldn't have survived it,
You
Slay.
just be patient.
As Slay said, the older Alabama fans understand that things are cyclical and knew that they were riding on some kind of fantasy island
This
with Nick
is
Saban.
special,
They were
man.
clear. They knew it.
That's why everybody
And they enjoyed it.
Dude, everybody was saying, like, hey, man, just sit back, dog, because it's nothing you can do.
Enjoy it.
Wait till it runs its time out, because it's like Kirby left, and it was like, all right, at least somebody that can challenge him. Like, other than that, man.
Knocktrop on YouTube said, is Alabama going to run out of the tunnel this weekend or jog?
See, that's, hey, don't do it like that.
Orlovsky, he talked about the 20 plays with non-hustle. That's what Orlovsky said he saw on tape, 20 plays. Edwin in Nashville next up has a message for Slay. Edwin.
Big Edwin, what's up, brother? Oh, come on, Edwin.
Come on.
Oh,
Edwin.
come on. It was so good on the phone.
You on mute, Edwin. Take your phone off mute.
Oh, he hung up.
What?
He did.
Oh, Slay, it was so good on the phone.
He even
too.
called twice and got processed twice.
You want to say it, Zeph? I hope he called back.
No, I can't say it because I would never say these words in my life.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Like the Kansas fan at church.
Dang, man.
Beat their ass.
Come on, Big Edwin, man.
He is an avid Alabama fan, and I can tell you, he is not discouraged at all. I'll
Good.
say
I
that.
want that message.
That's
Let's go.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. He need to go get Legend and Roll Tide Willie and get them in order then, because they saying they done with him. I ain't going to believe it.
I've said this a lot, but my great-grandfather hired General Nealon at Tennessee, but he was an educator. He was dean of engineering forever. So athletics director, dean of engineering. And so when I was young, I would get really upset if Tennessee lost, like really upset. Like, man, they didn't do this. This guy dropped this pass and blah, 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 all these things. My granddad would irritate the crap out of me, and he knew he was doing it. Be like, hey, sun's coming up tomorrow, and the University of Tennessee will be there.
Promise you.
He said his dad used to tell him that. And I'm like, well, he's not here. And you think that makes me feel better about a 38-0 loss of Georgia?
It's not blowing up, Yor. It's not going to blow up.
Oh, man.
Darn, Edwin.
Is Edwin? Are you processing Edwin right now?
Please be Edwin. Edwin, we're looking for you.
People calling in.
Oh, okay. People want to come back with Edwin said.
That's Philly Mike. All right. When we come back, we'll visit with Big Savage Ramon Foster, and we'll talk about the Titans Broncos. We'll talk about the Tennessee win over Syracuse and maybe get into Alabama a little bit. Big Savage Ramon Foster next on 104.5 The Zone.
What's happening, good people? It's that time. What time is it? It's medicalhousecalls.com. Healthcare designed for your life. 7 days a week. This is the number you got to hit. 615-838-2375. Primary healthcare, urgent care, IV therapy. Take it all off the deck. When you get to it, you know they come to your door. Boom, boom, boom. Knock on the door. Who is it? It's Medical House Calls, and they got everything you're looking for. You athletes, you feeling fatigue, persistent illness, difficulty focusing, all of that, athletic recovery, immune-boosting blends, rapid rehydration, energy boost, and more. Get that in your IV. It's vitamins, minerals, nutrients. I've used this myself. Been sick, feeling like a dog. And, man, they come in there, tap that IV, get it in your system, and I promise you, in about 4 or 5 hours, not only do you feel good, but you got an energy boost, and you're ready to roll. All you got to do is hit up medicalhousecalls.com, 615-838-2375. Take the travel out of it. Let them come to you and get you well.
You done?
I'm out of there.
You certainly are. Got an important message from our good friends at Bart Durham Injury Law. These guys have been around forever in this market, helping lots of Middle Tennesseans for a lot of years, and they have a message for you. Some lawyers chase ambulances. They'll do anything to get your attention, but not Blair Durham and his team. I've known Blair a long time, so is Slay, so is Don, and he's a great dude ready to help you out, him and his crew. If someone calls you after a wreck, they're breaking the law. That's right. There are lawyers breaking the law. Marine veteran Blair and the team at Bart Durham Injury Law do not play those games. They are here for you when you call them. And when you make that call, they answer. They're local, trusted, and ready to fight for you. No gimmicks, just a team that is on your side from the start. Blair lives in Middle Tennessee, so he is there ready to take your call. 615-242-9000. That's 615-242-9000. If you or someone you love is ever in a wreck, make sure you get that number in your phone. Blair Durham's number is 615-242-9000. Local, trusted, ready to fight for you, 615-242-9000. 3HL 104.5 The Zone. Brent Doherty, Ron Slay with you. Dawn Davenport headed to Columbia, Missouri. She's got Kansas at Missouri this weekend. Missouri 6.5-point favorite in that game. The 2:30 window. Tennessee playing East Tennessee State at that time. MTSU playing Wisconsin at 3 o'clock. Big Savagery, Ramon Foster joins us every Thursday at 5:20. You can catch him and Ramon and Will, weekday mornings from 6 until 10. And you can catch Ramon Foster in the Vol Network booth with Mike Keith on UT Football Broadcast. Savage, what's up? How are you?
Hey, gang, what's going on, man?
What's up, Savage?
Hey, gang.
I asked Jeff, I was like, is your cup filled? He was like, what? He's like, oh, no, mine is overflowed. His is overflowed with Bama tears, man. It's been, you know what, like, comedies are tragedies, and you always got to laugh at the truth and the jokes. I've done all of that with Bama today, okay? I've enjoyed every bit of it all week long. All week long, man. I'm overfilled and overjoyed, and hearing them fall on hard times like Dusty Rhodes said, you know, from time to time, you don't know hard times. You feel me? Like, they need to go look at some old Dusty Rhodes. Like, you want to talk about hard times? You don't know about hard times.
You're going back to the Memphis Coliseum right there.
Oh, I'm talking about Savage.
Yeah.
Hey, Savage, real quick. Edwin in Nashville had a message for Slay, and he called twice, and then he dropped off, but he's back. So I'm going to add him to the mix.
Move him up. Come on, move him up. Yeah, I need to hear it myself.
Let's lock you in and get Edwin in here. Edwin, what's up? How are you?
Edwin, not 3 times.
I ain't going to stop playing with us like
Come
that.
on, Edwin. Edwin don't want to say a word.
Usually
man.
I'll be like,
Hey, Savage.
Yeah.
Hey, Savage.
Yeah.
Hey, I guess it's true. They only go past the second. They don't go past the second grade in Alabama. I guess that's what it is.
damn. Damn, Ramon. I mean, top rope. Jeez.
Hey, out of 16 years. You remember when Kanye said on that song, "Go"?
Man, you better.
18 years.
18 years.
18 years. They had us for 16 years.
They so
man.
did. They so did.
Man, I wish I would try to be nice to their turmoil.
Man.
No, I'm bringing you down to lift me up.
You better believe it. You better believe it, Savage.
In all seriousness, the thing that stood out to me that I just could not believe what I was seeing were all of those pancake blocks on Alabama defenders. It wasn't just offensive linemen pulling. It was wide receivers blocking. It was running backs with the ball in their hand, lowering the shoulder. The one hesitation move on the 5-yard line where the guy fell for the okey doke there and gave up the touchdown. Like you just don't see that. You haven't seen that from Alabama since, like, I don't know, Mike Schuler or something.
Man, listen, who was the quarterback that said they kind of broke out here? What's his name?
A.J. McCarron. Yep.
A.J. McCarron. A.J. McCarron can stop that because unless on 3 rivals go 247 is lying. Savage, you've been in that world with some of these kids that are coming out of high school. Mayor, you're close enough to it, and Zeph know too. Name me a 4 or 5-star y'all know that's not getting that just due when it comes down to that NIL.
No clue what he's talking about.
Oh, you can go down to 3 stars too.
Listen, and they hit the transfer portal too. Caleb Downs is the only one that bucked the system, said, "No, Alabama, I ain't coming back to y'all," and he went to Ohio State. He's about the only one of notoriety that's done that to them. Bama, go look at their recruiting. They still have, I think, in this cycle, Bama might have 3 5-stars and like 14 4-stars, highly rated ones. Last year they closed out a monster year. I remember in the preseason saying, man, I don't know, like, I'm still Bama because they've been me. They got the recruits in unless y'all are real good friends with Shannon Terry at 3HL. Ask Shannon, is his algorithm wrong? Because A.J. McCarron saying they looking like they're not getting the prospects they're supposed to be getting. So somebody lying somewhere, or they not used to this type of losing is what I'm getting to. My other part about what they got going on is this. Sometimes you run into a type of guy that's special to you. To me, Coach Fulmer is very special to me. I feel like he maximized as much as he possibly could to teach me to be ready for the next level. I put another guy in that conversation, Coach Sumner. I throw Coach Montack in that conversation. We understand who these guys are. There's some fake ones that come along, and I got to say that until he do something special. But I look at Coach McDaniel down in Miami. We were told about how big of a wizard he was. That's netted nothing. That's done nothing, right? There's other ones we've heard about, and there's Sean McDermott. Like, he's finally starting to get over the hump. Like, there's a lot of guys. What's the coach up in with the New York Giants right now? Judge?
Yeah.
Like, we've been told certain coaches are really good, but when you meet that really good one, you meet him, Andy Reid, right?
Yeah.
You throw Sean McVay in there, who's transformed this team over again. You throw Tomlin in that conversation. You throw the Harbaughs in that conversation. Now we're talking about special, okay? What Kalen DeBoer has going on is not like Nick Saban. It's not like Bill Belichick. And that is the difference right there. Sometimes it is about the Jimmys and Joes, and I'll tell you this. I've known numerous coaches that are just trash, too. I say that often, and y'all know that. I'm not calling Kalen DeBoer trash. What I'm saying is this to the people that listen to me speak about college football. There is a difference between Nick Saban and Kalen DeBoer, and that is all right. He just got to figure out what works for him as a coach. Heck, everybody laughed at Coach Heupel when he was doing the kumbaya stuff as far as, like, freeze tag and them playing dodgeball and going bowling and playing softball. Guess what? That's his method that works for him, okay? Like, that's just how it got to go sometimes, man. The same thing goes for a bunch of coaches around the league. Deion got the most as he could, I guess, out of Carolina. Like, and we're watching Shane Beamer turn that leaf over right now, figuring out what works for him. Kellen DeBoer can't go in there, and their fans can't expect him to be like Nick Saban. His issue is there's a high standard. Mm-hmm. And whatever it is, he better not succumb to pressure when it comes down to figuring this thing out. Or that $800,000 there that you said they could pay a month, they going to find a way to get him up out of there with that.
That's the tough part.
Yeah, for those that don't know, Mark Stoops is $40 million is due within 60 days. For Kalen DeBoer, it is $70 million reportedly, the buyout, but they have until December 31st, 2031 to pay that out monthly. So that's a line item at that point. It's much easier to get DeBoer out than it is Stoops out at this point. Now they might both get out. Who knows? It's such a competitive world, but now you're paying the exit fee for the coach plus the roster cost, retention. Right? Plus the new coach. Like it's a different world now than it was just 5 years ago. So
man, you better do. Who I forget who sang that song? "Stand by Your Man," the country song. You better off doing that. Some of those old blues songs where they say it's cheaper to keep a shot to Johnny Taylor.
Oh gosh, who sang that song? Oh, you're killing me. She lives in Nashville. The Stand By Your Man. Anyway.
I know. I looked her up before. I forgot her name though. But Stand By Your Man is cheaper, baby.
Yeah. Somebody's gonna hit that real fast.
Tammy Wynette.
There you go, Tammy Wynette.
There it is. Thank you, Zephyr.
How much fun did you have in the booth for game number one? You and Mike Keith with calling the Vols games now.
Man, I had a blast, man. More importantly, man, it was fun because I'm attached to it. It was fun because having the honor to stand shoulder to shoulder with Mike Keith, Brent Hubbs, and Jason Swain was super cool, man. Yep. But the best part of it was having you text me, Savage text me. A lot of people hit us up on social media and said this is what they wanted it to sound like. Mm-hmm. Like, screw how I feel about it. As long as we hitting that button right there with our fan base that's listening to us, man, that was the most satisfying part about it, man. I did thoroughly enjoy it. I didn't realize it was a 4-hour broadcast considering that was my first time, and I realized that was long. But we were having so much fun and doing the job that it didn't resonate to me. Like, I thoroughly enjoyed what it was, and I think it also played into it. The consideration that I have a high respect for Fran Brown and what he's done at Syracuse. So there was a little bit of competitive anxiety in that too, man, to where you didn't know how that game was going to go, especially with it being Joey Aguilar's first time in that offense live where he could get hit and there are consequences. Like, this wasn't a practice situation. This was a real game that counted. And, man, that just made everything else fun. It wasn't like it was a MAC school or one of those at-large schools. Like, it was a Power 4 conference team, and the Vols made it a very fun Saturday.
Absolutely.
Well, from a Vol fan perspective, it felt like home. Like, it felt like it was supposed to be. And I know that was game one, and I was talking to Mike, and there are a lot of things that y'all will get better at as you go. But for a game one, man, that sounded so good. And I hope it felt good. I know it means a lot to you growing up in the state of Tennessee and having played
no doubt.
there.
I remember, Mayor, driving up to those games, man, with my high school, because back in the day, your coaches had to take you on these road trips, man. So we play on a Friday, and we get up early Saturday morning, drive east to Knoxville, man, and we had those guys on going up in the pregame and coming back post-game, man. So for me to be in that position, my coach texted me, Coach Johnny McAdams, man, he's a VFL too. He texted me saying good luck and how proud he was, and I told that same story to him. It was like, Coach Mac, we used to listen to this, and now I'm on it, man. Like, it was a surreal moment for me because, again, I say all the time, I think we all have that attachment, allegiance to our colleges because we grew up there. We go from being kids to being adults there, and our lifelong friends are, established in college for the most part, man. And it's kind of cool to see all my classmates and former teammates kind of acknowledge that that's a cool role. Savage hit me during the game. Was like, do you see how big this is now? And now I do, Savage. Now I do.
It's good to watch, man, and then listen to you guys. I want to ask you this, though, man. The excitement of it. I know Mike lets you be you, but did you at any time have to say, hold on, let me let Mike go and set it up before, the play going? Because you can diagnose plays a little differently than others can.
Yeah, I could, man. I had to say, Moan, be cool, Mike's slow. He got to give this fan base what they won't. Let him paint the picture, man. You come in it and you put the sealer on it. So it was a few of those moments, man. And I've learned just from listening to him and Coach Mack, man. I'm going to end up stepping on him at some point. But, that was one of the things I wanted to be very conscious of was making sure I let the play breathe and letting him finish it out before I jump in. But it was one or two times, man. I think it was on that Arian Carter or that Peyton Lewis hit. If you go back and listen to it, Mike is like, it's a sack. And I'm like, I'm moaning like an R&B singer or something, man. Tighten up, man. But it was cool, man. I saw somebody say, it was different.
Yeah.
But it wasn't bad. It was just different, and you got to get used to it. And I said to that person, I was like, that's the point. It'd be shameful for somebody to have Bob Kesslin move away and you hire Bob Kesslin Jr. Or Ryan Jr. That wasn't Mike's point. Yeah, it wasn't Mike's point and bringing me in and us having the team that we have right now. I think it sounds new. It sounds different. And from everything everybody else told me, man, it sounded exciting. And, we got to be entertainers, too, so I enjoyed that part of it.
Right, absolutely.
What's the path of victory for the Titans against the Broncos, Mo?
Slow and steady.
Yeah.
Slow and steady, man. If Dre Greenlaw don't play, I think that's your weak point. I think there's going to be a lot of pressure on the big boys on the offensive line side of this thing more than the defense because there's a lot of investment in those guys. Those guys, whether they free agents or whether they are homegrown guys like Peter Skoronski and J.C. Latham, they are high pedigree guys too. So the way I view have been made. The time has been put in, and if you got an opportunity to hit them up the belly, man, at the linebacker position on the interior side of the defense, then you got to do that. I don't expect Cam to be in a position, man, to where you want him to be making plays because you got PS2 on the other side, Pat Surtain II on the other side. You got guys that can get after the ball, man, and the longer he holds on to it, the more problematic it can get for him. So you remember the earlier phases of OTAs where we go out there and say, man, all he's doing is dinking and dunking.
Yeah.
That's why I think he was asked to do that early on is because Cam's going to have to snack. If there's an opportunity for him to take the top off and throw down the field, good. But it needs to be a setup to get to that point. And I know, I've been joking around, and please don't take this too serious, but I think Cam Ward is Black Jesus to a lot of these Titans fans. They want to see him float on turf this upcoming weekend and this season. I would say temper that, man, because defensive coordinators are going to be on his neck, man, to try to get him to be confused. They're going to try to get him to run out and try to think he can do what he did in college. And you know what? If he does, count that as a bonus.
Right.
But to expect that to be his game from his senior year at Miami going into the NFL, you got to slow walk this thing, man. And that's why I'm looking at Tony Pollard. That's why I'm looking at the offensive line. I'm looking at Chig. I'm looking at Gunner and say, tight to the line of scrimmage, man, and we get 3 yards, we get 4 yards, then we get 3 again. First down. That's all you're looking for.
Yeah. Like that. Slow and steady, man. Mistake free.
That's exactly what Cosell said. Moan, control the tempo offensively.
I'm telling you, man, and the altitude is going to take some adjustment to get used to. Not only that, though, man, like that crowd is going to quake. I'm telling you, it's going to be loud. So the room for error ain't going to be there. Communication is going to have to be at an all-time premium. And I'm looking specifically this week, man, and I think it's super important. If the big boys up front can't move the line of scrimmage and Cam got to drop back and pass, I ain't minimizing none of the receivers that the Titans have because there's also the element of surprise and the competitiveness that those guys possess. Alec Ayumaner, Calvin Ridley, Tyler Lockett, all those dudes have competitiveness in them. I'll never deny that. But I'm also a realist about what you up against. I knew when I was going against Aaron Donald or Haloti Ngata or Terrell Suggs or Calais Campbell.
Jeez,
man, I got to buckle up. It's just one of them days. I'm going to get him more than he get me, but I'm going to shut up, keep my head down, and go to work. That's all I'm really saying is that's the type of game this first one has to be because there's so many unknowns in it, too. Like, I mean, you know what the offense is for Sean Payton tendencies, but you expect guys to get better, like Bo Nix. You expect their offense to have a little bit more flow. They've made additions in the run game at running back, you know, and they brought back all defensive linemen, their offensive linemen. Like,
that's crazy.
Let's be real about it. Like, Cam, if he floats on air, cool, but don't just sit and watch is what I would say.
Yeah.
Big Savagery, Ramon Foster. You can catch Ramon and Will weekday mornings from 6 to 10 and catch Big Savage in the booth with Mike Keith as Tennessee plays East Tennessee State this weekend. Vol Network coverage on 104.5 The Zone. Thank you, Ramon. Good to talk with you, man.
Savage.
Congrats.
Hey, see y'all tomorrow, man. Peace.
Love you, dude. Later. All right, when we come back, 3HL bingo card. You got parlay?
I do have a parlay.
Okay.
Okay. Small one, but I got one.
And we'll try to get as many of y'all in as we can.
Stay down the line.
Stay there. We'll be right back. 3HL 104.5 The Zone. I want to tell you about my friends at Smoky Mountain Tops. Mike McGrady and the guys, their products are absolutely exquisite, beautiful, functional. They will transform your home into what'll feel like a new home. All of these things are true at Smoky Mountain Tops. Check them out online. smtops.com is the website. That's smtops.com. Maybe you're thinking about upgrading your kitchen or bath. Trust the experts at Smoky Mountain Tops, Tennessee's leader in premium stone surfaces for more than 30 years. I've trusted Smoky Mountain Tops for several home projects. They're absolutely spectacular. Just check out these stunning Honstone quartz at their Nashville design studio. Honstone quartz offering elegance and durability, elevating any space. Smoky Mountain Tops has teamed up with Honstone quartz, which perfectly captures the natural beauty and depth of quartzite stone countertops. You can check out Honstone's Apamo collection. As seen at Smoky Mountain Tops' studio, Honstone offering durable surfaces, including neutrals or striking bold design, offering timeless elegance, quality, service, dedication. Smoky Mountain Tops, your trusted countertop pros. 615-922-6539. That's 615-922-6539. smtops.com.
Let's face it, buying a vehicle should be straightforward and stress-free, and that's exactly how Two Rivers Ford has been doing business for decades. This locally owned dealership has a non-commissioned sales team whose only focus is to find you the right vehicle at the right price without the pressure. So you'll actually have a fun car buying experience. Great prices, easy financing, and a non-commissioned sales team. Two Rivers Ford, the South's most trusted Ford dealer.
HL 1045, The Zone. You can watch the show live, YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitter, and Twitch.
Twitch, please.
Going at it again tomorrow. And we've got JG back on the show. Talk about what happened with Tennessee and Syracuse and preview Tennessee, East Tennessee State. What did he see from Joey Aguilar, Jarrett Garantano? And I know a lot of y'all have some opinions about that dude, but he's phenomenal on the radio. He does a really good job for us, and really appreciate him.
I believe
doing it.
He has started a YouTube channel.
He has. I saw that yesterday. I think the first one went live last night at 7:00. So 3HL bingo card.
Bingo is the name.
Somebody's going to hit that fast.
Bingo.
No, that's what was said. I forget what it was in reference to, though, and I don't even remember who said it.
It might have been.
Somebody's going to hit that fast?
Yeah. I think it was a point spread, maybe.
Or the lottery? I don't know. We did talk about the lottery today.
We did. Yeah. Would you take out the lump sum cash payment or the 30 years? You sacrifice basically half of it.
Listen, I am only 24 years old. I'll take $29 million a year for the next 30 years.
Oh, yeah, you smart.
Not a bad idea.
Lump me. Lump of coal.
Lump sum that thing.
Man, let's get it on. I do got a parlay, too.
What's the parlay? You want to give it out?
Yeah, I'll give it out for just Thursday Night Football.
Okay. Somebody has a parlay for the parsley after we do this.
Well, this one is quick, man. This ain't number but a 5-player parsley.
5.
You know what I mean?
Ain't number 5.
Yeah, that's all this is. CeeDee Lamb, 60-plus receiving yards. A.J. Brown, 40-plus receiving yards. A.J. Brown, over 69.5 receiving yards.
Oh.
Saquon Barkley, under 95.5 rushing yards.
Oh, you might have lost me there.
Yeah, okay. Saquon Barkley, 15-plus yards receiving. There you go.
I did a bet on him receiving yards last year, and it was like 15. And he got to 12 in the first half and then never caught another ball.
Yeah,
it drove me crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So AJ over 69 and yards. Saquon Barkley, 15-plus yards receiving. What was the rushing? Under whatever, 90?
Under 95 and a half.
I'll hit you up.
No anytime touchdown bets on that?
I was going to do that, but I went on to stay away. I would go A.J. Brown or Saquon, though.
Or Jalen Hurts, that tush push?
I think they're going to try to keep him a little healthier this year. We got Saquon.
You know who I'm actually interested in seeing in this game? For the Cowboys.
What?
George Pickens. Do you guys remember he got traded there?
That's true.
I would really like to see what he's going to do again.
Guess who his agent is?
CeeDee Lamb.
The same guy that has Micah Parsons.
Oh.
Moonshine loves that guy. What's his name? Mugaleta or something?
It's something like that.
David Mugaleta?
Yeah, something.
Yeah, Moonshine loves that guy.
Hey, was Shine coming on tomorrow for Blood in the Water?
Moonshine's coming on tomorrow.
Interesting.
Did he get it right? If you listened on Friday, you would know.
You'd find out.
And if you didn't, you will find out. Let's go to Johnny in the Borough Sleigh. He says he has a parlay for the Parsley. Johnny, what's up?
Johnny, talk to me.
What's up, guys? Good afternoon. Hey, I'm always stuck in this crazy Nashville traffic. Play, I want to run this parlay by you. Let me know what you think. I got Eagles winning. I got Saquon getting 1 touchdown. Devontae Smith getting 50 receiving. Jalen Hurts throwing 200. And Javonte Williams for the Cowboys getting 50 rushing. Hey, guys, real fast, though, think about that. I always end my phone calls. It's a great day that I talk to Ron Slay, but I got a different one for you, Slay. I'm going to throw you a curveball.
What you got?
This weekend in Knoxville, it's going to get gritty. Play that beautiful song, Rocky Top, baby. I got the Vols by Fitty.
Yeah. Hell yeah, baby. That's what I'm talking about.
You know,
I like that right there.
When he hit gritty in that poem, I was worried about what rhyming word he was going to use.
I thought he was going to say something, too, about Bama or something, but okay.
50's a little low.
Yeah, it is, actually. I think you're right. I mean, Will Healey told us today that the head coach of the East Tennessee State, that somebody told him that the line was 58. The line ain't even out.
Yeah.
Because FCS schools, they don't put a point spread out until Friday, I think.
That's a lot of points.
58. If that's right, he could have just been saying that.
I would have just. I'm thinking.
What was the score the last time these two teams played?
59-3. It was Jeremy Pruitt's first win as Tennessee coach.
So that's 56 right there, and that's with Jeremy Pruitt. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but Healy wasn't at East Tennessee.
That's also true.
Very true.
Here's the thing. Y'all may not know who Will Healey is. He's from Chattanooga. He coached at Austin Peay, turned them around, went to Charlotte, had some trouble there. He didn't get in trouble. He just had trouble winning there. Then now he's at East Tennessee State as head coach. He's got 2 4-star quarterbacks that have played major Division I college football.
Mm-hmm.
And if you missed his interview with us, our conversation with Will Healey earlier, you will want to hear it. It is absolutely, if you love college football, he has a refreshing voice about how he handles things.
It's excellent. Parents should really listen to it, too.
Yeah.
Thought that was pretty dope.
Let's do Philly Mike real quick. That didn't sound good. Philly Mike, what's up?
All right, guys. What's going on, man? Hey, that guy about 40 minutes ago, he could use some of my THC and CBD drinks, man. He was really fired up, man. So, just one of those things, man. But good luck to the Titans. And also for tonight, man, people don't realize that championship banner night games are always tough across any major league teams. I went to the last Eagles banner night against the Falcons back in 2018, and we held them in the red zone on 4th down. So I got the Eagles winning by 3 tonight. So it's going to be a tough game, but just want to get that call in, man. Go Titans and go Eagles.
Philly Mike just flexing to people that don't have banner.
That was real.
He's like, man, I went to the last one.
The Eagles by 3? Eagles by 3?
Yeah.
Oh, so take the Cowboys plus 8.
He was talking about Legend, how fired up he was, and Philly Mike slings THC drinks.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Calm him down.
Settle down, Legend.
It's got 10% THC in there.
I got to settle down for Legend.
Babs took them all. Probably give them to her dogs. All right, back at it tomorrow. We appreciate you guys.
Come on, baby. It's Friday, baby. Game's on.
We appreciate y'all, and we love you. Thank you for including us in your day and in your lives. We do not take that for granted, nor do we take it lightly. Hopefully, at some point today, we put a smile on your face. Have a great night. Good night. God bless.
See ya.
Wouldn't want to be ya unless you were getting a shout-out. Listen, man, I know A.J. McCarron told y'all Bama fans that they ain't got a lot of money, so what we'll be doing during that bye week before they play Georgia, we'll have a car wash and a bake sale along with a fish fry.
Stop.
Everybody come out, support.
All of those
Smell
things.
like broken here.
We'll get the money, y'all. Don't worry.